Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mad Lads Live. We're back with Kenshi, right? The new Nugget Mafia. Wait, vey, it's been some time. It's been some time. It has been some time. We have returned. If I recall correctly, our base had just been significantly besieged back at the farm. We're working on getting ourselves self-sufficient. Putting up, building up to a good number of food. One of the things that we need right now is we need hydroponics. We need hydroponics because once we have hydroponics, we can start building, hemp and hashish, but also we can start making bread. So instead of making chew sticks, we can start making dust witches, which will be very, very important to our late game, both survival and also building up our end goal of becoming economically viable. We want 10 million cats via economic growth. That is the end goal. 10 million cats from our economy. So we're working on that right now. Is getting hydroponics. Hello, Primer. The Nugget Mafia is a good series. One of my favorite Kenshi series. Actually, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying. And yes, Vaughn, every modern grower uses hydroponics. We all know that. Hydroponics is the way to go. Everybody knows that. Hydroponics is the way to go. So that's the goal of this episode. We want to get hydroponics set up. We want to start getting proper food, long-term food, because right now the chew sticks are fine, but they are not sustainable for long-term growth. We're having an issue right now with the chew sticks where we're just not able to get a surplus of food because they're not lasting our people long enough. We need food that's going to satiate our bellies a little bit longer. So we're actually going to pop back to the base and see what they're up to. I got my bingo card for looking for unironically. Don't you start with me. Don't you start with me, Cosmic. I do say that a lot. I blame John. It's John's fault. My buddy John, the one who unironically got me into Kenshi. The one who ironically got me into Kenshi. It's his fault. He says it a lot. And now I say it as well. Stop figuring out my awesome, vocal tics. You're not supposed to be learning my vocal tics. We gotta upgrade these farms first starts, and then after that we also need to we gotta go on a hunt for some science journals. I may send Cosmic. What is he doing? He's just an engineer. I may send Cosmic over towards the Don. Actually, no. Don Tony McChicken is pretty fast. He's got a lot of speed on him, and I think what would end up happening is that while operations are occurring back here, I think Don Tony McChicken would be out in the world for a little while doing things better than Hey, listen, I cut the ums out in the shorts, I'll have you know. I cut the ums out during the shorts for the most part. I think that Don Tony McChicken would be out in the world looking for the ancient science books and technological materials and stuff like that to improve his empire while his criminal enterprise was being worked on and ran from the background back here. We do need electrical components and iron plate as well, so we can up our research. That's one of the other things that we're waiting on as well. So yeah, do that. I wonder what tech hunters found the tech for ceiling fans, or like where they found it. Oh god, I don't even know. I do think that some technology wasn't lost by and large. Like I think some basic technology wasn't lost. Yeah. Damn it, Cosmic. Now every time I say I'm gonna think about this. You've created a new level of self-awareness that I can't handle. You've created a new level of self-awareness that I'm not capable of handling. Why have you done this to me? Alright, so we're gonna back to the Don. Let him finish healing up. No, you're good. You're good. Just makes me laugh. Makes me giggle, that's all. too. Yeah, Don Tony McChicken, he doesn't have... I mean, he's got good martial arts, especially if we're indoors, but it's not enough to where he could solo, like, large groups or anything like that. But he is fast enough that we should be able to, outrun most issues that we have. And I'm going to have him basically just pull a tech hunter, and he's going to go off into the world and explore. Because we need tech. For sure, we need tech. So, where are we going to go for that tech to start? Well... We got slave markets down here. We could always go to Venge. Get some tech down in Venge. He could probably move fast enough that it wouldn't be too much of an issue. Where else could we go? You know what he could do, actually? Here's an idea. He could run to the Black Desert City, go to the reprogramming station, and then kind of interesting how your dwarf world, your boss is the stocky little tank, and in the drug world, your boss is a nimble kung fu ninja. Yeah, I needed to make sure that they were as far separated from each other as humanly possible. I needed them to be the complete opposite from one another. It was important. It was essential. All right, so I'm going to send Don Tony McChicken down towards the Black Desert City. I'm going to have him start looting some of the buildings down there. Whoa, what's happening here? Who are they fighting? United Cities Heroes is fighting who? United Cities. That's funny. I wonder what prompted that little combat scenario. I mean, I'm not complaining because these guys, but it is funny when it happens. But I do wonder what prompted it. I know they don't like us, so that's entertaining. That is entertaining. Well, since they're wanted, I'm just going to casually take stuff. Oh, we need to get food back to the base first. That's what we're doing. So before I do anything, I need to bring food back to the base. Back to the base. I fought for a year to get out of just saying everything. Everything heard me say it until I was just like, yeah, it's hard. There's certain verbal things are difficult to remove for sure. Okay, so now that some time has passed, it looks like I can fence these without an issue, which is good because now we have a sufficient amount of money. I can bring these ration packs back to the base, and we can go from there. Lore accurate United Cities. Yeah, the lore accurate United Cities is them kicking the ass of everyone for no visibly discernible reason. Let's actually see if we can get some materials then, since we're gonna run back to the base anyway. Raiders Guild. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We have the money. Got anything for sale? These science books. We do need some of those. And then there should be a mechanical workshop over here. We can get some electrical components and some iron plates that we can bring back as well. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we've got. Show me your goods. Show me the goods. Alright. Buy you. For sure. And I think that should be okay. I mean, it's not a ton of money, but it's enough to get things started, at the very least. We don't have to worry about the the Traders Guild coming for money currently. I believe they're gonna come in and be like, hey, we need you to do this, this, and this. We'll be back in a couple of days where you're gonna sell us. You're gonna give us what is it? We're gonna be back in a couple of days, basically, is what they're gonna tell me. So that's fine. Let's head over to the base now. Follow the Don back to the base. Can't you just buy books in the workshop of the Black Desert City, or was that a mod? I don't remember. You can buy books there. That is correct. I just haven't done it. But I need to head back to the base anyway, because I'm going to be dropping off some ration packs to get them through for a little while, and hopefully build up a bit of a surplus of dust, chew sticks until we can get hydroponics. And then we can move on to production of dust switches, which will last us way longer. Once we have a surplus built up, we can start selling inside the towns. So it's a multifaceted line of thinking. I haven't played vanilla in years. I can't remember what his mods anymore. Yeah, it can be a real pain. Some people, there was one time in my first solo mod video, my Origins of the Hive video, I happened to mention by name the Hive Praetorians, Mind you, they had no like investment or implication in the theory whatsoever. I just said their names. It didn't affect any of the video whatsoever. I ended up removing them because they had like the whole that section because they had so little mention. But it was because I had played with the Hyper expansion mod for so long that, and they just fit so well that I forgot that they were not a part of the vanilla experience. And at the time, I didn't research quite as well. Food tip: Gohan has great nutrition, requires no water, but you will need 2 to 3 times as much rice wheat as green fruit. Yeah, so with my thought is with the dust witch is I can get 70 nutrition, and it's just I need 1 loaf of bread, and I need cacti, and we already have cacti. We just need to get bread running, which in order to get bread, we need hydroponics because of where we're based at. By the way, how is the stories progressing? If you're talking about the book is going okay. I still have a couple of chapters that I got to get through. My hope is to have it done by springtime. Hopefully, I'll have it done and like available for purchase by springtime. I just find that these days I have a lot of projects, so I haven't been able to work on it near as much. I don't think I've worked on it in 2 weeks probably, which is more time than I like to take off from it. But unfortunately, sometimes things just kind of get in the way. I've got I'm live streaming 5 days a week. I've got 2 build videos I'm working on currently that I have to do the narrations for. I have another piece of long form content that I'm working on. Pato and I are starting the podcast either next week or the week after. And in addition to that, I just started the process of getting getting everyone, voice actors and all that stuff started for the anthology series. So we're mighty busy, but my hope is that I'll have it done soon. I hope it didn't use AI in its creation. No, I don't know. No. Not that kind of guy. Not that kind of guy. No. Absolutely not. I've been working on the damn thing for over a year now. Absolutely not. Don't pull a George R.R. Martin on us, hero. I'm going to tell you guys that the book will be out soon, and then it'll be out after the brand deals. Is that series going to be animated, or is it a machinima kind of thing? I'm doing an anthology series that is built using the game engine of Kenshi, so it's going to be kind of a machinima style thing. But I've done some good test runs that have yielded very good results. And my hope is that it'll continue to yield good results. We'll see the fruits of our labor very soon. Is this where short people live? No, this is where the druggies. This is where the thieves and the drug addicts live. We're making hashish. You could mix machinima and comic style art. I would like to, but that's going to require some additional resources that I don't currently have access to. Unfortunately. I would like to. Eventually, that would be a really cool idea. But yeah, at the current moment, I don't have access to that kind of resources. It would be mighty fine, though. It would be mighty fine. Have a little comic art in the corners with live video in the center. Indeed. Maybe down the line, like I said, at the moment things are just kind of up in the air on that. I'm working on. We're getting there. Eventually, I'd like to do a lot more cinematic stuff, like in the way of, what is it? Similar to the way Vati does things. I'd like to do things like that. I really like vector art styles and stuff, and I think that with Kenshi in particular, vector art looks really, really good, and so I'd like to see some more of that. And I'd like to make some animated shorts using vector art, but I don't have the capacity or the time to do it, so it would be great if you collaborated with an animator who makes videos about with that animator that makes videos about Kenshi. Yeah, Asian fanboy. I've thought about reaching out to him a few times. Pato and him are friends, so I thought about maybe leveraging that and being like, "Hey, Pato, introduce us." I know that Pato and I talked to him about potentially doing a guest appearance on the podcast. And, he thinks the podcast is a really good idea, and he thinks that, doing interviews is a really cool idea, but he specifically is not going to do an interview right now because, one, he doesn't speak super good English. His English is a little shoddy, which I get. And he also... right. 2-time has no legs. Got to work on that. His English is a little spotty, and he's also just a little camera shy. So we're holding off on him joining the podcast for an interview or anything like that. But it is something that we've talked about with him. So we have talked to him. And you know, it would be cool. Maybe in the future he could do some work for it, but that is down the line. These sand ninja down since they feel so inclined as to attack my base. I also need to get these walls upgraded. Watch the Nugget Mafia on day 70 have better walls than the dwarves on day 250. We're going to now head off to the Black Desert City, or towards the Black Desert, where we can actually, you know, before we do that, I need to drop off those books. We have free up some space. Don should have decent lockpicking too. He trained with the Shinobi Thieves after all. It's from all the nuggets of knowledge, but and then these aren't things I'm going to keep in there, but I'm not going to take it. Actually, I do need that. I was going to leave it for Kenshi, but I need it more. Okay, so now we're going to head off towards the Black Desert for In Search of Knowledge. In Search of Knowledge. We're here in search of knowledge. Who is the head of Barker? You know, we're gonna make a pit stop too. We're gonna make a pit stop. Give me Barker's head. I'm gonna go drop that off with the appropriate party. I gotta head over here to the metal town. I gotta drop off Barker's head, and that will give us an in with the faction over there. Warning, while having 6 skeletons doing research at once sounds good in theory, it tends to cause the game to crash when you zoom back into them. I feel like that would make sense. I feel like that would make sense. Thankfully, Don here can outrun most threats too, which is really good. Got that sweet 40 miles an hour on him. Not even the sand skimmers can catch him. He just moves. He runs like the wind blows, which is a joke that I've made on every single episode, and I will continue to do so because it's still hilarious. Have you seen the Atlas update that was earlier today about Kenshi? Yeah, I saw that Atlas had posted something. It was either earlier today or last night about it. I haven't watched it yet though, but I did see the update about it. I saw that it includes things like hand slots and stuff like that. So. But I haven't done too much digging into it. I don't currently use Kenshi. I am shocked that Kenshi is still being worked on though, so that's pretty cool. Who's attacking the base? They're gonna be fine though. They're gonna be fine. All right, so we're gonna head into the we're gonna head over here towards Black Desert. He's a cloud ninja. Yeah. We're going to head into the Black Desert. Joke's on you. Stuff like that doesn't bother me because I have my glorious armored dust coat, which protects me 70% against gas. Have you checked out Project Cthulhu at all? I have not. I do plan on, after I finish up the Dwarves and the Nuggets, I do plan on doing... I have 2 series in mind. One, I want to do a Project Cthulhu playthrough. And then I also want to do a Hiver playthrough as well. So it's on my radar. I've never checked it out though. I've seen a lot of people play it. I've always wanted to play it, but I've never gotten around to checking it out. So soon though, soon. All right, let's get over here. I have Barker's head, so we should be able to get in here without an issue. Out of my inventory. Come on, you guys. And we should be able to get a recruit out of this. The Iron Will faction. Worthless Drifter points to the building with a lot of different signs. You're allowed to stay there, but I don't want to stay there. Alright. There is a little bit of a quest line with this particular faction that you can engage in. Again, because I have Barker's head, I should be able to skip the early parts of that. What is this place? Talking about those guys outside. They're like tech hunters, only organized and disciplined. I do business with tech hunters and machinists, so they let me open my shop. They act on their own interests and are ruthless. Some of them were in the Holy Nation, and I heard rumors that their leader escaped rebirth. Try to assist them somehow. Maybe they'll take you. You have to have +5 relations with the family. Okay. Thanks for the info. Now, if I go over here, I should be able to talk to them. and give them Barker's head. I should be able to. I can't cross the threshold. If I cross the threshold, they'll attack me on sight, and I will never get out of that. But I'm supposed to be able to talk to this guy, but sometimes it doesn't allow it. Sometimes it doesn't allow it. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. We'll just come back later and try again. But figured I would give it a shot. But this base is damn near unsiegeable, damn near impregnable. Damn. Scout Flick, where is he at? Doc Scout Flick. So this guy joins you on the quest line for it. Tech Hunters are actually my favorite faction. Yeah, it's 50k to ally with them, but that's all you need. With outposts everywhere, you can get reinforcements everywhere too. Yeah, no, the Tech Hunters are really good allies. Had I had better forethought, I would have allied with them with the dwarves, but instead they became our first mortal enemies. All right, I'm gonna have to come back for them later. That's fine. We're going to make our first pit stop at the reprogramming workshop, and I'm going to drag the skeletons, the air bots from there along with me as I go hunting for treasure. I'm going to use them as fodder, basically, while I hunt for treasure. Use them as fodder. And again, the joys that Don Tony McChicken here can outrun pretty much every threat. I do not have a skeleton repair bed because in order to do the research, I need to upgrade my my research bench, and I also need books in order to fuel it, which is why I came here in the first place. To get the books to do the research for hydroponics and for the repair bench. So we're working on it. Yes, yes. Come with me. Also, I'm going to search the hell out of this place. Learn books. None of this stuff is good. Don Tony McChicken is a former tech hunter that's gone the way of the drug lord. So that's all. Box up here. Bones. I think you triggered this too soon. What do you mean I triggered it too soon? Triggered these guys? No, I think we'll be fine. No, I don't want to use... No, I'm leaving. The real use for air codes is to recruit them all. No, I mean we could, but I'm good. I don't think we're gonna end up recruiting them. Not this run. Not in this run. Maybe we'll bring some of them back to us, but we'll see. Otherwise, they're just mindlessly aggro everything until they're gone. Yeah, no, that's the fun of it. I'm using them as fodder right now. Ancient robotic equipment. Oh, look at that. All right, well, we'll take that. Anything else here that's worth value of selling too? We'll take those. Yeah, I'm using them as fodder. That's all. That's all they are. They're fodder. Mindless fodder. Recruit at least one with the recruitable prisoners. I will bring back at least one or two. I will try to bring back at least one or two. You didn't tell me this is an evil playthrough. It's not an evil playthrough per se. It's a morally ambiguous playthrough. I am a drug lord, but I'm also, you know, I'm not doing so for nefarious purposes. I'm doing so for financial purposes. Look at them all running off to do stupid things, attacking spider bots, presumably. Kind of defeating the whole purpose that I had them for, but that's fine. All right, so we're gonna actually come down over this way. Let's go. Yeah, we're using them as fodder. That's all. We're just using them as fodder. But I will bring at least one back. I will bring at least one back. At some point, I need to probably sneak in and grab Agnew too, but that's going to be a little bit later down the line, a little further down the line. So we're not going to the workshop. Taxman's on the way to visit me. Okay, well, shit. I need to make money real fast. We're faster than them by quite a bit. We should be able to outrun it. They were supposed to be fodder, but I'm going to need money in order to pay the tax man. Who's coming towards the base? Where they at? All right, yeah, Taxman's coming and the traders are coming. Shit. All right, well, I'm going to have to do this the stupid way then. I wasn't intending on coming up here, but I'm going to have to run in real fast and then run out, and we'll go from there. Talk to you. I just got to have money on hand so that way when the Taxman shows up, we can, pay it. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and then we flee. We get the hell out of here. Nope, 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 nope. Come back over here, guys. Come back over here. Yes, come. There we go. All right, so we managed to spare a few of them from getting attacked. Air codes will. So we're not bringing the air codes back to the tax collectors. I needed to run in there real fast into the Black Desert City real fast to get some money so that way we can pay the tax collectors when they show up. Name one air code you recruit. Narancha in honor of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is a JoJo's reference. I move like the wind blows. Discovered a ruin. What ruin did I discover? That one? Let's go over to it. Is there a way to stop taxes without violence? I think if I pay them off, if I give them like 100,000 cats, they'll stop the taxes. Pretty sure I can pay them off and that stops it. So I'm not gonna be able to come in here because these skeletons will use me. They'll beat me. They'll beat me bad. They'll beat me real bad. We're not gonna be able to go to that one. Unknown tower. I might be able to get something out of that though. Naranja was killed by the gate, so maybe it's a subtle foreshadowing. Who knows? Gotta pay attention to when the taxman actually arrives at the base so I can pop back over and pay them. I don't think they send the taxman if you're allied, but I have to double check. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can pay them 10k to ally with them. All right. We'll lure this one thrall away because I don't know how many more are necessarily in there. I should be able to take this one guy without an issue. Don, what are you doing? Don, you fleshy motherfucker, what are you doing? Oh shit, oh shit. Who's that guy? Yeah, see, that's not... This is what I was afraid of. Second Empire Ronin. Bastards. Bastards. Ew, it's a robot residential. All right, so we're gonna get the hell out of here. This was not what I expected. Skeleton Ronin's tower. Yeah, that's not what I expected. Not what I expected. We're gonna flee. We are going to flee. He's got a Maitao weapon too, doesn't he? Yeah, that's a Maitao industrial katana. That's from the weapon dissemination mod. Run, flee, my friends, flee. I ain't about that. I ain't about that life. Don Tony McChicken will pick a fight, but he ain't gonna pick that one. What do we got in here? Anything good? Power core, iron plates, skeleton repair kits. Actually, I will take that. I will take that. Thank you. I will take that. Power core. How much the power core's worth? 3,000? Probably. Yeah, we could probably use that. Power cores. Just grab those. Anything else? Iron plates, armor plating, motor. Electrical components, fabric tools, raw stone, grind machine, steel bars. He's good. Das is good. Das is good. Yeah, I do wonder. I was not expecting a Maitao skeleton with stats in the 80s over here. That was not what I was expecting at all. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's part of the weapon dissemination mod, but not what I was expecting one bit. Fine, we're gonna head down south and keep looking. As long as we keep our stomach protected and we're smart about it. We gotta be smart about it. I'm mostly looking for those outpost buildings that I can break into and raid, and get some stuff. What are we doing on? All right, they still haven't arrived yet. Still have not arrived yet. Taxman, show me my money. Taxman, take it all away. Literally, they come, they take. What they do. All right, keep digging around. I know there's a couple more buildings over here that we can search. More outposts, stuff like that. Taxman has arrived at Chateau McChicken. Got it. Shrike, you're second in command. Get out here. Pay the man. Actually, we'll have Burn do it. More reliable that way. Yeah, we're here. Burn, go pay the man. There you go. Your payment has been paid. See you for next week's contributions. And then the other ones, they're stuck. They're fighting, I think, like Blood Raiders still. At least the taxes will benefit the Empire, right? I didn't want you to find out this way, but this isn't how I wanted you to find out. But no, the opposite actually. The rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer. They're gonna spend it on blood rum and hashish. They're gonna spend it on blood rum and hashish. Is there a finite number of things like AI cores? I accidentally deconstructed my research bench a couple saves ago and didn't notice they disappeared. No, you can always import to get more. You know, there's not really a finite number of anything when you utilize imports. Depending on where if you know where to farm them to. A good place to farm them is at the what is it? The Fishman Isles. Down at Fishman Isles, good spot to farm them. You have to spend so much to avoid taxes is actually terrible. Yeah, I think it's literally 100,000 cats. Like it's a ludicrous amount. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to end up doing it because it makes sense for like the Mafia to spend that kind of money to avoid paying the taxes. Like it would make sense, you know. Don Tony McChicken doesn't pay taxes. What do you think? I mean, what kind of guy he is? He's Al Capone. He's the Al Capone of this world. But unlike the Al Capone of our world, he's not going to get caught for caught by the IRS. He's gonna bribe the IRS outright to just not bother him. All right, now if I recall, there's a shit ton of skeleton spiders in here, so we're gonna open this door. There's a couple skeleton spiders in here, so try to kite them out. Boop. Yeah, get the hell out of here. Flee. Try to kite them away. Don's fast enough that I should be able to kite them away. And once we do that, I can sprint back at Mach 10 speed. Don, what are you doing? Flee, you fucking idiot. Goddamn. Huh. Those are airbots? Oh, they're still around. Look at that. Hell yeah. Downside is they're about to get their shit rocked by a bunch of spiders and then the upside though is I can use them, which is what I wanted to originally. What I was using for originally is to get in here and loot this place. There's 1, 2, 3. Maybe we can not mess with them. That'd be great. We're gonna go sneaky. We pull aggro, we can just run out of here. Good opportunity for us. Well, you're supposed to be sneaky, not getting fucking, not fighting. What are you doing? I said sneaky, you fool. Sneaky. This is the opposite of sneaky. I just want loot. Is that so fucking hard? Apparently. Fine, it's fine. You guys alive still? Dying? All right, fine. We'll pick you up. And we'll move. We'll move. We'll flee. Clearly, this particular spot is not going to be viable at the moment. There's too many of those spiders around. Them down. Repair. Use one of my repair kits on you. You should consider yourself lucky. Fuck two. Yeah, he's got an air. Are the rest of them coming, or are they just stuck? What's the deal with that? Oh, okay, yeah, they're on their way. If I can get more of them, we should be fine. Here, I'll set it to, here's what I'll do. I'll set it to heal allies. I'm not going to help allies, but I'll heal allies. So, and we'll get these guys picked up. We should probably work on our robotic skill anyway. I see no harm in doing that. Get the robotic skill up, make our repair kits last longer. No, we'll get these guys repaired up. And then we're gonna go back there. Lore question: why can't the Fogmen and Shriekers leave the fog area similar to how the cannibals explore the neighboring areas? Because the Shriekers can leave the area. I think they make an active choice not to. They have a nomadic culture, and I think they make the conscious decision not to leave the area because that's what their culture demands. They have their own culture now. It's not. Yeah, they have their own nomadic culture. As for the Fogmen, I think the reason they don't leave the fog is because they are being controlled by the pheromones of a dead queen, which is what the fog is. So I think that the... oh, shit, what are you doing? Oh, you're helping this guy out. I think they're being controlled. They're controlling the pheromones of a dead queen. Ah, fuck. Help him out. Help him out. Don, help him out. Don, back up. Don, back up. Jesus. What are you doing? No. You're gonna hold position right now. We're gonna let the repair bots, the air bots, take him down or attempt to take him down. Did you get him? Did you win? No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. It's fine. We'll just keep repairing them and letting them go after him again. It's fine. We'll let them build stats is what it is. We're building their stats. This is training. This is training for the airbots. That's all. Also, I wanted that skeleton muscle and those electrical components. Nice. Nice. Yeah, so this is training for the airbots. That's all this is. Training for the airbots. Actually, well, the skeleton spider's dead. I wonder if I can recruit skeleton spiders. They might be an interesting addition for the Mafia. If we can drop one or two of these guys, maybe we'll recruit them. That may be an interesting thing to look at. I mean, these guys are pretty repaired. They're in decent shape. Where do they keep running off to? Attacking enemies. There's got to be a spider nearby that they're considering attacking. Oh, it's them. They're attacking them. We are outnumbered. We are outnumbered. Big fucking no-no on that one. Okay, we're gonna pick you up, and then we're gonna haul ass out of here because there's no way in hell. We've got the one airbot that we're gonna take with us. Apparently, allegedly, we've got the one airbot we're gonna take with us. Nope, this place is still loaded with people. God damn, man, this is a bad expedition. Bad excursion. Bad excursion. Fine. We're going to head back to the Black Desert City. We've got this guy on our arm. He's not going to die anytime soon. He's just got a crippled leg. I wish there was a palace in the middle of the fog containing the queen's body and perhaps a billion soldiers guarding it. If you destroy it, the fog would disappear, something like that. Yeah, I think the reason that we can't do that is simply just a byproduct of engine limitations, because I don't think there's any other... And someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's any instance in the game of an object, interacting with an object being tied to world states. And so they would have to effectively make the incubator be like a static object on the ground, and where when you turn it off, it causes a world state change. And I don't think there's any instance of that happening in the game. And so that's what leads me to believe that it might be the byproduct of an engine limitation. Because I don't, or just the fact that they'd have to code in an entirely new, like string that they can't just attach a condition to it. It's got a whole new thing. So that would be my assumption as to why we don't see that, because we don't see any instance of that happening, as far as I know, where you interact with an object and it causes a world state change. All right, so we're gonna come back in here. We're gonna go into the bar, and I'm gonna sell off some of the loot that I just got. What we've got. Sell you, sell you, sell you. All right, that's 11,000 cats. Not half bad. Not half bad. We're kind of flying solo on this one. So it's a trip. It's a literal trip. If we can get, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and kite these skeletons here. These guys here. I'm gonna try and kite some of them up into the city, and I'm gonna let the skeletons up here deal with them. Come on, you rat bastards. Yeah. Because I want to actually pick up one of these guys and bring them back to the base. And I kind of want to recruit some iron spiders as our defense mechanism. I think that would be badass. Does the Emperor count as an object? We were talking about Tengu? Because Tengu would be a no. Tengu counts as an NPC. And like certain dialogue choices can initiate world state changes, but I don't see any instance of a world state change being caused by interacting with object. So that's what leads me to believe that's not a thing. Speaking for a friend. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Okay, so it looks like things are happening. Things are happening. Currently my airbots are being beaten up, but that's okay. That's okay. We all expected this to happen. What can we take from him that has value? Not much. Heavy iron spider arm. Kill it. No, I gotta actually take it out of my inventory. Still though, okay, they're airborne. They have become airborne. They have become airborne. Alright, I don't want to put him down per se, but I also really wanted to recruit these iron spiders. Maybe it's something that I end up coming back to. Maybe it's something that I come back to. Is there any other, like, ruins or anything like that that I can search? That'd be at least one. Let's find out. Also, how are we doing on the... Yeah, Traders Guild is still on the way to Chateau McChicken. We are on the way now. We are on the way now. Oh man, I'm fucking exhausted. Let me tell you, it has been an exhausting couple of days. Exhausting couple of days. I am fully zonked. All right. Well, we're gonna head back up to Chateau McChicken. We're gonna head up. Average Kenshi start airborne to from airborne to chairborne. That's funny. You funny. That's funny. Yeah, so I'm gonna hire this airbot. I'm gonna recruit him, and I think I'm gonna end up having him replace one of my archers on the wall. Probably the two-time, especially since the two-time already killed one of our own people, and currently he has no leg. So there's that. We've got enough money to at least stabilize ourselves for a little bit. And hopefully the research bench will be done momentarily and we'll be able to move from there. I am going to make one more stop at Ironhold because I want to see if I can turn in that head yet. If I can turn in Barker's head, that'd be great. If not, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes this this particular like quest line is problematic. It's a faction mod that tried to include quests, but because of the the whole quest thing, it doesn't. Sometimes the triggers don't work. Sometimes things are not great. You need a +5 relation to interact with them too, which is another thing, which is kind of annoying. What can I buy from this guy too? That's the other question. Everything good? Trade. What do you have? Oh, he has limbs. His limbs. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, I have pretty solid limbs, so I feel pretty good about that. I don't think I need to worry about that. No, we're set. I think we're good. I think we're good. Worth a shot. All right. Is it me, or is the most common Kenshi quest bug simply NPCs not spawning? I mean, sometimes I feel like, to be honest, as much as people complain about like the bugs on Kenshi, I really haven't ran into that many like disastrous bugs, right? Like, I think the worst bug that I've ever had was probably just like people getting stuck on walls or like clipping off of the walls when I reload and ending up in a spot that I can't get them and they die. Or I have to destroy my wall and rebuild it, like stuff like that. But like even that's only happened a handful of times. I don't really think I've had that many like world, game breaking bugs or anything like that. Um, I don't think I've even had issues with like NPC spawning and stuff. Yeah, like I've had like things where like Beep died before I could get the mongrel, but that's not really a bug. That's just a byproduct of Kenshi being Kenshi. I've had a few games where I tried to find the Stone Golem or Ezra, and they're just not there. Now that would be shitty. I can't imagine a game where the Stone Golem didn't spawn. Yeah, maybe I've just been lucky, but in my 5 years of Kenshi, I've really not had many issues. I've really not had many issues. Big old skulls and shit. I need to actually at some point like dig up this model and see what this thing looks like in whole. I don't think it actually is meant to have like a full shape. I think it's only partially formed, but I am curious as to what the shape of the skull on this thing looks like because it could give us a potential clue as to what the kaiju like beings that they were fighting used to look like. These large creatures. Some people theorize that these are like whales and that this whole area was underwater. But to be honest, there's also a possibility that this was like some giant like fucking lizard or something, some kind of lizard. Who knows? Who knows? See if there's an escape pod nearby. Maybe you'll find the droids that you're looking for. Where is this on the map? This is right here. Right here. Right here in Spine Cane in the Skim Sands. Sorry, not Spine Cane, Skim Sands. Yeah, no, I imagine that this might have been like a giant lizard or something. I don't necessarily buy that it was a whale. I think there's evidence that some of these could have been whales in certain places, but here in particular, it strikes me just as is not a whale. Doesn't strike me as a whale. Um, Not at all. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Not I, says the fool. Not I. I think they think that these are like fins, right? But like they're too rounded to be fins. I would feel like I think they look more. They look more like rib cages, though. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Mayhaps. Oh, these skimmers are going to town on somebody. Going to town on manhunters. Good. Fuck them. What they get? Fools. What they get. It's what they get. No problemo, Primer. No problemo. Oh, man. We looking? All right. Pretty good. Oh, shit. Just pull me right back here, why don't you? That you're gonna give me fucking whiplash. Ocular whiplash, that's what that is. My god. Can't do that. Is it possible to sell hashish to any faction legally? Yeah, Tech Hunters at Flats Lagoon, you can sell it legally. Yeah, you can sell it to the Tech Hunters. It is a viable option, selling to the Tech Hunters. The techies will let you do it. There's actually, over in Stove's Gamble, right, in the area there, there's a drug den. And an easy way to make money, especially in the early game, is to... Don, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? An easy way to make money in the early game is to run into... run in there, grab you know, all the hashish you can, load up your bag, and then run to Flats Lagoon and sell it, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing at some point. Some point here. Of course, the most educated faction legalizes hash. Shh, you're making sense. All right, I gotta take his weapon away. All right, talk to... Am I able to recruit him with recruitable prisoners? I thought I could. Got no weapons on him now, right? Yeah. There we go. All right, there we go. Nope, that ain't it. Error. 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 There we go. Common English. 60. Nope. Common English. Orange. Nope. We're gonna recruit this boy. It's gonna take a minute, but we'll get there. We'll get the right sequence. All right. Common English. Oh shit. 81? No, fuck. I don't know what the sequence is for this now. Nihongo. I'm sorry. What the hell? Common English. Pink? No. I will name him. I will name him this. This will be his name. Common English. Green? 23? No. Nihongo gives you the sequence. Is it Nihongo? Oh, you're okay, that makes sense. What is it? Pause. Corrupted reference. Is it that the 132.144.123.114? Or is it well, I mean we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Error language file corrupted, shutting down. Again. Error. Okay. I did it. Hold on. Hold on. English. Oh, 132.144. Okay, it's literally the sequence. Okay, so it's 1, 3, 2. That's a pain in the ass. 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 4. Slave mode. Slave mode. I don't really know what slave mode is. You a slave now? Okay, slave mode didn't do anything. Try that again. Okay. Common English, we're going to give it another go. 1, 3, 2, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 4. 4. Is it sentry mode then? I tried pushing it on the number pad and it wasn't working for me the other day. Maybe I'll try it again on the next one. Sentry mode just leaves them in aggro everything mode. I tried slave mode and didn't do anything. The last one. Jiko Ketsu mode selected. The skeleton gives the soft hum of life. Oh! Okay, that makes sense. There were paladins and then a workshop. They must have been machinists. They were going around in my head rooting about. I wasn't even me. Where are my manners to my savior? You brought me back from hell I could not escape from. Thank you. I am me, but I owe my life to you. Hell yeah. Okay, well, we'll give him a name. Make sure I spell this correctly. There we go. There we go. That's a sad story, by the way. That's a sad story that he just gave. Very, very sad. He's a soldier bot, and because he is, Jiko Kaitsu is self-determination. Oh, that makes sense. Fair. We're gonna make him a big, stocky soldier bot, just a big-ass soldier bot. Huge soldier bot. Absolutely Chad lad. Chunky boy. He is the thickness. You're welcome, Primer. You're welcome. We're gonna make him absolutely thick, maximum swole, maximum over swole. As swole as you can be for a skeleton, you know. And leg shape, we'll put that to a normal 100. Make his feet large. Got to have big clompers, you know. I think the plus 20 perception is a dev hint to make skeletons into turret gunners. I mean, yeah, and again, I've said it in many streams, but the skeletons are make the best turret gunners simply for the fact that they don't starve, because your turret gunners will tend to forget to go eat. They will literally just forget they have to eat, or they'll refuse to get off the turret and go fucking eat. And so they'll starve to death. It's annoying. He's a big guy. For you. The thick man. The thickness. Love it. Love everything about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Neck width. Does that even do anything? Skeletons? Adds some flair to their neck joint. That's about it. Funny. Nice. Neck length. We'll set it to normal. Jaw. They don't even have a jaw. Okay. He is in fact down. He's not only is he down with the thickness, he is the thickness. Yes, yes, yes. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now I'm gonna have to leave him in there for a bit because I don't want to risk him getting absolutely dismantled by our turrets. But we have him, and once I save and reload in a little while, we'll be fine. We will be fine. Chad, what are you doing? You're supposed to be working the iron refinery. Get to work, you fucking goon. Oh, we have no one working the iron refinery because we're not going out mining iron right now. Right. Well, we'll leave this open then. Everybody get to work. Everybody get to work. We need people to mine iron. Who's supposed to be mining iron? I'm pretty sure it's Tiny here. Yeah, you. You're supposed to be mining iron. So you get to work. Get to the work now. Go mine the iron, yeah. There we go. Good. Good. Who are you guys? Oh, Traders Guild. Perfect. They can hold them off for a little while. Yeah, we need iron plates. We need iron plates. I would very much like to get the process of starting our shop done today. I'd like to get the shops running, and in order to do that, we need to get hydroponics. So, you're large. You're an XL farm. You're a large farm. We're going to upgrade you to an XL. You're at 55%. You're still being mined, and you are almost ready. So we're going to upgrade the two of you. Upgrade the two of you. And Kenshi, I'm going to have you continue your job. You need to stay by Tiny here. We've also got a couple more airbots that made it back here, so I'm going to have Don actually keep an eye out for airbots. Any of the airbots that made it back here, I will, I'll throw them into our throw them in to be reclaimed. There's no such thing as enough iron plates, literally. Literally. Yeah, so any of the airbots that make it back that made it back here will be turned. We'll just have a bunch of airbots out with us. Honestly, it works out well like that anyway. Can I just pick them up? I can. Cool. And they're gonna run in to follow me anyway, so I'm just yeah, alright, cool. Guys, we just got a shit ton of recruits. Shit ton of recruits. Carrying him? Yeah. Cool. Cool. Where's your base at? Spine Canyon? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is where we are at. Alright, we got at least a couple more, so we're gonna talk to them. Ooh, gotta take your weapons. Gotta take those. Gotta take those. Alright, let's try with the number pad again, see if that works. Does not appear to be working. Maybe if I... Oh, yeah, it works that way. Okay. 2, 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, and then 3. Whoa! Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Valkus, you're an animal. You're an animal. Alright, so we need names for these guys since we're recruiting a bunch of them. It wasn't the intention, but we do need names for these guys. What camp is on the mountain near your camp? I think it's a Blood Raider camp. Yeah, I think it's a Blood Raider camp. Yeah, we're gonna need names for these guys. Anybody got names to throw in there? We're gonna have a bunch of them. We got a bunch of them, and they're basically just disposable. Buzz McClanker, love it. Buzz McClanker. I'm all for the Buzz McClanker. Hotaru. I'm down for Hotaru as well. Do that for the next one. Loot you. Perfect. Talk to him. Talk to him. Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Do it. Talk to me. Talk to me. Are you actually taking so damn long to answer me? On the upside, too, we don't have to feed them, which is really, really good. Really, really good. Oh, shit. You know what? I had it, and it didn't fucking work. I had it, and I accidentally popped out of it. That's really funny that you had that sequence saved. That's really funny. Oh. Nope. Back. Try again. Come on. This is like the opposite issue that I was having with the Inquisitors. The Inquisitors, I could get them to talk to me. I couldn't get them to join me. This one, I can't even get them to fucking talk to me. Come in. Oh my god. I'm going to have an aneurysm. This is how it happens. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, 2. And then what is it? It was 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 4, and 3. Alright. What else do we got? We've got, where was the next one? Hotaru. Hotaru. Love it. Gotta turn my reshape thing off. Go. Hotaru. Love it. Only the first one is going to be the large chongy boy. The rest of my things are just going to stay normal size. Please tell me someone is called Big Nuggets. No Big Nuggets. Yet. Big Nuggets later, maybe. We're going to close this door here, and we're going to lock it because I don't need my guys escaping for right now. And we're going to put you two in here as well. We got to recruit you guys. And then once I do that, I think I'm going to do a save and reload. We know that we got at least 5 of them, which honestly, fucking fire. And we're going to have them actually replace our turret guards. So I'm actually going to take you guys off of turret duty. You are no longer in charge of the turrets. That is no longer your job. No longer your job. And 2-time, that is also no longer your job, you gimpy little hiver. No longer your job. Loot you, take that. Loot you, take that. Hell yeah, man. This was not what I expected today, but this will help out quite a bit. And the fact that I don't have to feed them is even better. Feeding them is annoying. All right. Deal. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 4. 3, 1, 1, 4. 3. Right through. That is super fucking convenient. Super convenient. All right, what was the next name that we had on there? There was Hotaru. Old Steel. I like Old Steel. Old Steel. Good one. Now we're definitely going to need that skeleton repair bed. Kato the Clamps. Joey Deadeye Diaz. Oh, man, these are really good. You guys are cooking with these. Cooking. And we're going to make them all martial artists because the rule of thumb is that any skeletons that we recruit need to be martial artists. I don't know why, but that's the rule that I've come up with. Skeletons need to be martial artists in this playthrough. Everybody knows that skeleton mobsters are martial artists. There we go. Perfect. All right, what was the next one we have? It was Joey Deadeye Diaz or Kato the Clamps. Ooh, both are so good. I'm going to go with Diaz for this one, and then if we get... the next one's going to be Kato the Clamps. Yeah, okay. Joey Diaz, by the way, really funny. Joey Deadeye Diaz. We got to make him fat then, man. If he's going to be Joey Diaz, he's just going to be all gut. He's all gut. He's a skeleton that's all gut. We got to give him a little hunch, too. Give him a little bit of a hunch if he's Joey Diaz. He's got a slight hunch. Neck position, a little bit low. A little low. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll up his frame so he's even bigger. There we go. Joey Diaz, everybody. Okay, now is there any others at our gate? There is. We got another one. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. On you. Lock in. Next one, Kato the Clamps. Love it. Oh my god, we're killing it. We're killing it. We've gotten so many recruits here, and this wasn't even part of my plan. I didn't plan any of this shit. Fantastic. Okay. Love it. All right. Kato Clamps. All for it. The Clamps is a funny one too because it's a Futurama reference. That's funny. Kato the Clamps. This has been huge for us. Wonder if we're gonna have any more show up. It does look like there are a couple more. So we may end up having more show up. More may end up showing up, which is really cool. Everybody get out. Hell yes. All right, so for the turrets, we're gonna put Deadeye. We're gonna put Hotaro, who was supposed to be Jotaro, but I just put Hotaro on accident because I didn't realize that we had corrected it. And Buzz McClanker. And hopefully they don't shoot at our guys. They will. They will. They're immediately shooting at our guys. So we're going to, unless they're shooting at them. No, they're shooting at our guys. Which they're doing because they don't realize that we are part of the same faction. So I'm going to save, and I'm going to reload, and hopefully we don't crash, but if we do, it's not the end of the world. And that should fix that. Nugget, Mafia. Perfect. All right, Nugget Mafia, Spine Canyon, reload. Don't crash on me. Wait for it. No, we should be good. Who are you guys fighting? What is the deal here? And then two-time over here. I don't know what he's doing. He's missing a leg. That's what he's doing. He's missing a leg. And then if we see any other skeletons, because sometimes we get skeleton ninjas that come in here, we'll recruit them as well. But a lot of skeleton workforce, a lot of skeleton labor is going to be used here. Gonna be good. Gonna be a good time. Gonna be a good time. Absolute peak. Peak. Peaking. I'm peaking right now. Alright, we'll upgrade that. So now we'll have all of our cactus farms to maximum efficiency. Love it. Love everything about it. That should help with that. We'll put another cactus farm down. I think that we can do that. Because cactus farming, we can just do that... do that right out here in the open. We don't have to worry about... You know, we don't have to worry about hydroponics with that. So, just do that right out here in the open. And then, I forgot what was I using this for. This was going to be something, but oh, this is where the hashish is going to get made. That's what it was. That's where the hashish is going to get made. First Empire will be proud of you. That's right. That's right. So Burn is going to be our skeleton captain. He's the one that runs the skeleton units. So I think I'm going to make another rank, another squad. We got the Stout squad. This is going to be the squad that's based in Stout, or that's running to, making runs to Stout. But okay, so we have the thugs. I'm actually going to change them to. What am I going to change them to? Because these guys are our farmers. They're the ones that are doing the workforce. Did you build this base? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Enforcers. And then the joke about it is that the enforcers are going to be consisted entirely of skeletons. Our enforcement squad is almost entirely skeletons. All skeletons. And we're going to put Kenshi in there as well. Well, I gotta make sure that it's Mafia, right? It's got to have that Mafia motif, right? So I would set it up that way, but it's got to keep the Mafia motif. How is it in the rocks? I got to find this location. A combination of using the slopeless mod and then careful use of the Shift F12 menu. All right. Who are our made men? We gotta switch some of these around too. So who are our made? So Shrike is a made man. Crumble John's a made man. Wing Wang's a made man. Cosmic is a made man, and I think the rest of you guys are gonna go under thugs. All the way up to Ruka. I think the rest of you guys are going to go under thugs. Yeah, this is our inner circle here. This is our inner circle. And honestly, we've had Wing Wang for a while, but he's been kind of a pain in the ass to us, I feel like, in recent episodes. So I think I'm going to put him under the thugs too. I think our main men are going to comprise of Shrike, Crumble John, Cosmic, and Ruka for right now. Everything has to be flat. Everything has to be flat. I agree. I really can't stand when buildings are cockeyed or anything like that. I'm making exceptions with this build for the wall specifically because we're building, we're against the law right now. And so I'm making slight exceptions for that. But for the most part, everything needs to be flat. Oh, that's a Traders Guild who's committing a crime against us. He's committing crimes. Good. Good. And then Kenshi is also there. So, all right, so we have our made men. This is our inner circle. We got Don, Tony McChicken, Shrike, Crumble John, Cosmic, and Ruka. We have our enforcers who are led by Burn. And then all of our skeletons, and I'm sure we have more to come. And then our thugs, which are our lower rank guys who have yet to really make a name for themselves beyond that. So do we have any... Oh, yeah, we'll see how this goes for them. Oh my god, dude, he's huge. Look at this fucking... Oh my god, he's huge. He's fucking huge. The only thing I didn't do was make his legs longer, but he's going to be huge. Absolute beast. He's a beast. Cool. Cool. I feel better having them here. Feel better having them here. You got to get one more turret made, I think. Defense, mounted crossbow with a light. We're gonna need iron plates a lot. We're gonna wait for that then, because I don't feel like we're already running real fucking slow on the production of iron plates. It's taking for fucking ever. Taking for fucking ever. On the upside, we have all of our storage containers made already. We will be making Cactus Run eventually, but you know, our primary thing is getting food up and running. Gotta make sure everyone's eating. Yeah, yeah. Good. All right, so now Donnie, dear old Donnie. We're also gonna have to start getting more robotic limbs, more limbs, so we can start replacing people's limbs on the amputation table. Do I have any more skeleton allies maybe that haven't shown up yet? Any more, or is that all of them? That might be all of them. I think we may have secured the. Oh, we have one more. We have one more. Oh shit, we have two. We have three more. Woo! Win. Let's go. Didn't realize we had more. Roman. Did not realize we had more. Upgrades, brother. I know you got a lot going. Yeah, no, we're going to be upgrading quite a bit soon. We're going to be upgrading the walls. We're going to be getting skeleton repair beds. We're going to need skeleton repair beds for sure. If we didn't need them before, now we know. Now we definitely need them. Now we definitely need them. The negotiators, we're going to end up having the negotiators and the runners as well. We're going to have runners. Yeah. All right. Loot you guys. And we're just going to end up selling off these jites because we aren't going to need them long term. All right. Skeleton code. Common English. 132144113. And run right through. What was another name that we had for them? Kato the Clamps. Big Nuggets. We got to do Big Nug. We're going to do Big Nug. Big Nug. The main man himself, Big Nug. Come on. There we go. All right. Again. Three. All right. The next one we did Big Nug, and then after that it was Johnny Tight Lips. Outstanding. That's so funny. Johnny Tight Lips. Good. And then the next, I think the last one we did was that we had to do. Did we miss one? Oh, Jet Snaps Antonio. Ah, it's so good. These guys are great. These are great names. My God. These are great names. These are great names. We'll have to outfit them eventually, too. Next is... All right, Jet Snaps Antonio. Love that. Jet Snaps Antonio. A really good one. Oh my fucking God, dude. 3 more. We're going to have so many. Ah, it's great. I'm excited. We're going to need so many skeleton repair beds, though. We're going to need so many. So many of these guys made it back, too. I really thought a lot of them were going to die in the Black Desert, but it looks like many of them just hauled their asses over here. They moved slow, but they got over here. They did it. I ain't even mad. I'm impressed. It was trial by fire is what it was. Oh my god, we got at least one more coming too. It was trial by fire. It was trial by fire. All right. You three need to escape. You guys get out. Pick you up, and we begin the next round of recruitment. Got 3 more. We are so goated right now. We're gonna have so many enforcers. I like how our entire military, our entire enforcers, are basically just comprised of soldier bots now. It's all soldier bots, led by Burn, and Kenshi, who's his second in command. He's his made man. I'd like to think Burn is a made man, but he just hangs out with the enforcers. He's in charge of the enforcers, is what it is. Error. So many. Oh my god. All right. Common English. Perfect. All right. What was the next name we had? What was the next one we had? We have Rusty, and then we have KN1GH7. So Knight. That's pretty badass. We've got James Robot Face Nelson. Oh my god. Yes, they are from the reprogramming place in Black Desert. I grabbed them originally intending to use them as fodder, and then when we brought them back, I was like, I'm going to recruit, the 1 or 2 that made it back. I was using them to loot, buildings and stuff in the Black Desert, and as it turns out, many of them made it back, and I'm just recruiting them like crazy and using them as my workforce. To be honest, having a full skeleton party would almost be more beneficial than having a organic party, because then the food that we make, that we would be able to start our restaurant business way sooner because we won't have to worry about them eating. I use the mod to let you talk to them to recruit because I feel too guilty to let them die. Listen, whatever gets you there. I understand. Okay, where are we going? We did Jet Snaps Antonio. We're gonna do Rusty this time. I'm gonna do Rusty Knight. I think that's a good one. No, actually, we're gonna mix them. Rusty Dog Short. There it is. That's a good one. They all gotta have their mobster names. Alternate back and forth until one of them lets me talk to them. Happen eventually. Any minute now. All right, next, William the adult. That's funny. Oh no. Shit. Valkus, can you go ahead and post that that sequence again? I can't go that far back up in the chat. Oh no. Valkus, post the sequence again. I'm incapable and incompetent. I need assistance. I require direct assistance. So funny. My god. Did YouTube filter that? Did YouTube filter what? Filter the number sequence? Oh no, there it is. Thanks. I think it had a delayed response. All right. 1 3 2 1 4 4 1 2 3 1 1 4. Nice. Goated as always, Valkus. Goated as always. Okay, James Robot Face Nelson. Love it. James Robot Robot Face Nelson. That one. Oh, yeah. Yeah. First time it was just numbers and it never showed on stream. That's super weird. Super weird. YouTube doesn't like certain things. Like I remember one time, I there was a few times where I've tried to comment on Pato's stream, and depending on what I was saying, certain phrases would take it out. So like there was a joke that I made one time where he was fighting the Phoenix on his Sharks playthrough, and I made a comment earlier in the video that he should kidnap the Phoenix, turn him into into a chicken nugget, throw some no, he should what was it? He should kidnap the Phoenix, turn him into a chicken nugget, and then drop him in front of Seda and drop him in Blister Hill and watch the rest, like have him fight his own paladins, right? And then later in the video, he was talking about Seda and Valtina, and I was like, here's what you need to do. Crush them, replace their limbs with cybernetics, and then drop them in Blister Hill to fight their women. And the reason why I said it was because when you donate on Pato's stream, it plays a clip from Conan, like the audio from Conan the Barbarian, where he's like, crush them, defile their lands, feel the lamentations of their women. And so I was like, it was a play on that. When I posted that specifically, it would not go through. YouTube wouldn't let me say it. But when I changed it from force him to fight their women to force him to fight his own people, suddenly I could say it. Super weird. YouTube filters random shit, and I don't understand it sometimes. I just don't get it. Carl Popsicle Esposito. Carl Popsicle. Isaiah, thank you so much for the dono. Honestly, I can't even begin to tell you how much I actually appreciate that. My last like 5 streams have just been like have been almost blank. Other than like the occasional drop membership here. So I appreciate that sincerely. Thank you so much. As always. As always. Esposito, right? Yeah, Esposito. Esposito. Isaiah, the legend. John Kenshi, the legend. We will have to make a John Kenshi at some point. That's correct. That is correct. We will have to make John Kenshi. Wow, that is a gorgeous like sunrise, like with the sand and everything. It makes it look like sunrise. That's gorgeous. Is it sunrise? No, it's midday. No, it's early morning. I always want to be there, but I'm so busy. No, listen, don't you apologize. Don't you apologize. You showing up at all is good enough. Is good enough. Absolutely. I take any support I can get. I'd never actually complain about any of that stuff. But again, my end goal has always been to do YouTube full time, so it's something that I have to, think about and consider and all that stuff. On Kenshi, every day, midday, due to the Raptors. Every day is midday. Every day is, in fact, midday. Okay, so now we have all these guys. Are we going to have more show up? I'm waiting to see if maybe more show up. It looks like there are some more over here. Oh shit, we got a fight over here. We got a fight. Looks like Burns going in on some sand ninjas who don't know their place. And it did not go very well for them. Nice. Nice. Approximately 50 people were on the broadcast. What is it? The other day, recently, we've been averaging on Kenshi broadcasts, 60 to 70 is kind of like on the lower end. We've been averaging on almost all of my Kenshi broadcasts, my Kenshi live streams here. We've been averaging almost 100 people, about between 90 and 110 people on the last like 4 or 5 Kenshi streams. It's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. Wild work, guys. Wild work. You're totally right. We need to save and reload. Can't forget that. Can't forget that shit. All right, let's reload. Wild work, guys. Wild work. I still love how these bandits look at a walking refrigerator holding swords the size of trees and go, I can take them. Literally. Absolutely. It's wild work. Wild work. Oh, there's the crash. I knew it was coming. You bastards, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. No biggie. It's Kenshi. It wouldn't be Kenshi if we didn't crash at least once, right? It wouldn't be Kenshi if there wasn't at least one crash, right? Luckily, we could load back in pretty quick. It's all the reloading is what it is. We'll do an import to help with that. Yeah. We'll do an import to help with that. See if it drops again. Sometimes it does on the first reload. Saving and reloading repeatedly always causes a crash eventually. I think it's the process of like trying to load in the game while simultaneously having everything loaded in repeatedly causes a memory crash. No biggie. I must be playing Kenshi wrong. Truth be told, my main issue is that my CPU needs to be updated. That's the only that's the main reason that I crash so much is that I need my CPU needs to be updated. But that's a task for a later day. A task for a later day. No, my CPU is the most outdated part of my current setup. If I hook up two CPUs to one computer, can I use both at once? I don't think so. I don't know. I've never been asked that question before. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That checks out. So many characters running around can't be CPU intensive. Yeah, I mean, again, my CPU is the weakest part of my PC. Everything else is pretty good. 32 gigs of RAM, 3060 Ti. I run on an SSD. My CPU is a bit outdated. The only reason I haven't updated it so far is that when I get a new CPU, I'm going to have to replace the motherboard too. And many of my PC upgrades don't like stress me out. Upgrading the motherboard actually like changing out my motherboard stresses me out a bit. So, yeah, yeah. No, because I can upgrade my CPU. I do have an upgrade that is compatible with my current motherboard, but in order to get like a really significant increase, I need to change the motherboard out, and I get nervous too. It's tough. There's almost every other upgrade I could do doesn't stress me out. Upgrading the motherboard stresses me out. So do it eventually, but yeah. Tiny, who is supposed to be working iron refinery, needs to get back to work on the iron refinery. No, he's supposed to be mining. You're supposed to be mining, good buddy. Get over here and mine. That's what you do. You mine. We got like 100 games on Steam. Only maybe actually 5 use multi-threading. Indeed. Indeed. Traders Guild is headed to the chateau. Shit, dude, we have so many building materials. My god. My god. And the taxman's coming back. Oh, yeah, the taxman's coming back because I just did an import. Fucker, we just paid them. We just paid them. We just did it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We only need 3 more iron plates, and then we can get back to work on all of this nonsense. Okay, let's move these made men. Move these robots down to the enforcers. Good, good. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. All right, we're gonna take off these ragged loincloths. I don't know if I enjoy them having those on there. In fact, when the next group of Sand Ninja come around, we're gonna beat the shit out of some of them and take their clothes. We're gonna take the Sand Ninja's clothes. Take that. Take that. Good to go. Get back to work. Any other ninjas around here? Yes, there is. So we're just gonna steal sand ninja clothes for them. Perfect. Any other sand ninja out here? Yes, there is. Oh my god. Oh my god. You take that for you. We're gonna take these to sell later on. Perfect. And same with you. Take that. Take that. I prefer the other pants, but that'll do. All right, 3 of you popping over here. 2-time. Why are you out here, man? You're slow as hell because you ain't got no leg. The nobles want more bloody ramen. Pay your taxes and be a good citizen. I gotta pay to keep him fat, man. I gotta pay to keep him fat. We built up that. He's up yet. I think I still have some. Yeah, I do. Go research. All right, what? We're almost to the point where we can do our next level of research. Crafting, no farming. We need electronics. Hmm. All right. Well, we'll wait till this is upgraded. How are we doing on production of iron plates? Didn't even stand a chance. Didn't even stand a chance. Hey, hero, first time here. Good run. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're enjoying your time. Hope you're enjoying your time. We are the Nugget Mafia, and we're working on getting our hashish growing operation up and running, but it is taking some time. It is taking some time. And then Snorky, we're gonna put you over here as well. Good, 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 good. We should be getting a good amount of cactus though. Yeah, solid amount of cactus. Hopefully we can continue to make enough food to run. Who's currently running food? Who do we? It's you. You're doing it. Okay. Yeah, it's a slog. It's a slog. We need to get dust switches, but we need bread to do that. Our enforcers are in full enforcement mode. Three fingers is down. And the tax man just showed up. Of course they did. That's fine. Don, get out here and pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. 3,000? That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Cool. Showed him. Oh yeah, man. Doing. Hello, Supreme Leader of Kenshi. Want to ask if Kenshi actually is ocean-based / moon. If Kenshi is actually an ocean-based moon / planet. That's why there's not much native life in Kenshi, because the natives kaiju were in the ocean, perhaps. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. The water levels during the First Empire were probably pretty comparable to what they are here. I do think Kenshi as a moon was primarily based, like, it has more water than land. Like, I think that they're probably split in a similar way to that of Earth. 70% water. In terms of why there's not much native life to Kenshi, the most likely explanation that I could think of as to why there's not as much native life would be because the native life that was here was probably wiped out in the terraforming process. The behemoths were created to wipe out the kaiju because they were obviously too big for the terraforming process, with the terraforming process being that of the ice satellites, which would kill organic life and then make the soil fertile and capable of being used for growing food and stuff like that. I think most of the native fauna was destroyed during the terraforming process. That wasn't destroyed was probably aquatic in nature. That would be my best guess. That would be my main assumption. The Emperor wants his cut. The Emperor always wants his cut. He's a greedy bastard. A greedy bastard. He's a greedy boy. Is there only one landmass in Kenshi, or are there other landmasses out there? So in the next game, we should be getting another landmass. That's part of the way that they're going to be expanding the map. In addition to the other landmass that we should be getting, there is mentions in Kenshi. I can't remember specifically what it is, but there is a document or a book that you can find that shows like scribblings. It doesn't show it on the screen, but like in the item description, it says there are scribblings of like another continent, like another landmass. And I think that was foreshadowing for the landmass that they're going to be putting in Kenshi 2. So it is there. It does say, there is inklings that there's going to be another landmass, and it's probably going to be that. But no, Kenshi, the continent that we're on, is almost certainly not the only landmass. Hell yeah, man. Pirate boats. We're going to have boats. Lots of boats. Tons of boats. Boats for days. I'm so stoked. I really, obviously we haven't gotten confirmation of boats, but I really see no world in which boats aren't a thing. Boats are going to be fire. It's going to be fire. Absolute fire. Top tier. Top tier. We finally ready to start researching? Is that a thing? Yes, queen. Yes. We can research. It's about fucking time. What do we need? Ancient Science Books 5. Fine, it's not really the big thing that we're looking for. I mean, we have, I think we have 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we have 6. Lore idea. Kenshi is the place civilizations flee to and die in. Happens time after time. Maybe it's a dumping ground. I find it more likely that it was just a colony. I actually have a short coming out in like 2 weeks about it. I'm currently like 2 weeks out on shorts, which is fucking fire, by the way. But it's more likely that it was a colony that was sent out. They sent out a bunch of colonies, and much like in real life, the colonies were sent out without the intention of like being connected to the greater empire. That wasn't really what they were for. So like Space Australia. All right, so industry, steel bars, crafting, all that stuff. Yes. Rain collection. Training, farming. Automatic flour grinding. Oh shit, we're gonna need that on our dwarf playthrough too. We're gonna need it here, but we're gonna need that on our dwarf playthrough. Interesting. I'm just trying to decide how we want to go about doing this. I think we need to upgrade our tech, which means we need more ancient science books. That's gonna be the way to go. That's the way to go. Let's beat up these sand ninja. Yeah, kick his ass. All right, fantastic. He's got better pants. I don't really like these like ninja rag pants that some of them are wearing. I'm not actually a fan of those, so we're gonna swap those. You can have those. Yeah, we're gonna not wear those. Not a fan of those. Not a fan. I always take that late because grinding flour raises farming skill without ruining crops. That's fair. That's fair. Our farmers have been working they've been working pretty hard, pretty diligently to get their farming skill. I'm sure they'll be all right. I'm sure they got this. Beat his ass. Change the pants out because I hate the pants. Good to go. And then eventually we're gonna have to trade some of this stuff with the Don here, so we can go get go sell some stuff off, so we can get some ancient science books. We already swapped their equipment. Well, I'm shocked that they're still laying there since we did an import. Quite shocking indeed. Quite shocking indeed. Fine. Everybody except for you three needs to head back in here. Everybody lined up. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking good. Gotta get these things are gonna up our ability to defend ourselves, our martial arts stats, which yeah, these up it a little bit. It's good. It's good. Why do you have a decrease right now? Is it just +4? Oh no, their martial arts is just poo to begin with. Poo in the beginning. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. I have a ton of stuff I've got to sell, my god. Ton of stuff I gotta sell. I'm not too concerned about the Triangle Bandit Assault at this point. I think that we're pretty set. We're pretty good. So I'm going to actually take the opportunity here to go sell some shite. I am going to have you guys get back in here for now, just for the sake of doing our job and protecting the base. And then I'm going to have Don Tony McChicken head to Stout to sell off some stuff, sell some stuff, and potentially buy some ancient science books if they have any there, which I don't know if they will, but we might be able to buy some ancient science books. Be good. It's good. For you guys. More Sand Ninja. Good to know. We'll go down there and raid their bodies soon, as we do. Ain't no one gonna catch Don Tony McChicken, even with all of his all the stuff he's got on him. He is still moving at 39 miles an hour. The man can't be caught. Hello, who are these guys? Traders Guild Pack Beasts? Hello. Oh, sweet babies. I do love when they come bring food to me. Sorry. Come on, sorry. Sorry, we're going to be taking this guy, this sweet, succulent morsel back, and we're going to be dropping him over here. Loot. That's what I'm saying, loot. There's food here. Food. Bandits, dogs. Yeah, Traders Guild's mad at me. That's fine. I'm not concerned about that. It's good. It's good. They're not attacking me. All is fine. We actually have decent relations with the Traders Guild too, so I don't think they're gonna come chasing me. Hell yeah. Do skimmers not give meat? Is that a thing? They give meat. Yeah, see? Skimmers give meat and rotten meat. There's more rotten meat than anything else, but they do give meat. Get in here, you. Get in here, you. Hell yeah. All right, who's got a backpack? Anybody? You do. Come loot this fucking thing. Come on, Cosmic. Go, go, go. Loot all that food, all that precious, precious food. What we want. That's what we want. Drop all that off. Hell yeah. And we're going to drop off these because we're not going to use them. Yeah. Good. Good. It's good. All right. Now, Don, you can actually, you can come back out here and you can actually drop this, this Garu. Who's that? Is it that's a Holy Nation Paladin. That's a weird thing to find out here. I'm going to drop you. Okay. We didn't see anything. We didn't see shit. That pack beast won't even know what hit him. Won't even know what hit him. Is that other one still unconscious over here? What are the odds that we would find such a pleasant thing? What a great find. What a steal. What a steal. That pack beast. Yeah, there was another one, wasn't there? I mean, I know there was, but where was it? The question. We came back over this way. They may have picked him up already. He may have gotten picked up already. No biggie. We managed to raid one of them. So, worth it. Heavily worth it. Really badass find. That's what that is. You just do a double check. I want to make sure I'm not missing that that pack beast. Random Garu, Blood Raiders. Yeah, I think they may have picked him up. Not even mad about it. Not even mad about it. A big ass fight. It is a big fight. Okay, well, you know, honestly, I'll take that one as a win, though. Win's a win. Life's like a bucket of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, what we got was an unconscious Garu that had a good amount of food on him. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to send you to Stout, my friend. Over to Stout. Put you on hold and block because I don't want you getting into a fight on your way there or once you get there. And in just a minute, we're going to pop back to the base to see how they're handling the fight against the Triangle Bandits. We're on, yeah, okay, Don Tony McChicken. He's just hauling right along. We got a lot of stuff to sell, too, which is good. Slave caravan. Are they gonna make mistake me as a slave, even though Don hasn't been a slave in a very, very long time? Not this time, it seems. Not this time, it seems. No, sir, not today. All right, let's get back to Stout. Sell this. Sell all these jites off. Not worth a ton of money, but it is worth some. We've also got these kunai that we can sell. Decent stuff. Decent stuff. Bounty hunters. Nice. Nice. Who knows? Maybe we'll get another Western Hive fiasco in Stout. We'll be able to just raid loot the Western Hive again, as if we haven't done it 100 times. Okay. Move in. Get in here and sell some shit off. Sell some stuff off. Oh, it's 6:30. Everything should be open yet. It's 6:30. What do you mean? Open your doors. Open your businesses. Confess your woes to me. Trade. Sell off all this crap. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Made some solid finds. Solid finds. 21,000. We need a couple more ancient science books. Looks like they're only selling one here, which is a bit of a letdown, but what are you gonna do? Open the door and get on the floor. That's a different part of this this playthrough. We're not there yet. We're not there. We're not robbing banks yet. Yet. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. It's gonna be us soon. Selling food to the masses, to the people, to the people. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a restaurateur business. Successful restaurateurs who's also selling copious, and I mean this, copious amounts of drugs out the back. The way God intended. All right, well, we made a decent amount of money off that. Unfortunately, we didn't get the science books that we need, so we're actually going to have to go over to Trader's Edge as well and grab some over there. I've been playing the Pokemon mod for Dwarf Fortress. You know, I love the idea of Dwarf Fortress, but I just can't get into it. Aesthetically, it's just not my vibe. It's just not my vibe. How are you guys doing? The Triangle Bandits gotten here yet, or are they're still tied up? It looks like they're working on it, but they're getting into a fight with something. What are they fighting? Sand Ninja. Fighting a lot of them. And Reavers. Blood Raiders, I mean. Not Reavers. Blood Raiders. You know, I really need to do a deep dive on the Blood Raiders. I haven't really dug into them too much. Maybe I should do that. I'm just curious as to what their deal is. Their armor and stuff is so unique. I'm just curious as to what their deal is. Maybe I'll do that. Dig in there and see if I can find something. Alright, well, the Triangle Bandit Assault is, I mean, they haven't lost any numbers, really. It just seems like they're, just distracted at the moment. Who's this? Outlaw farmers are attacking me. What have I ever done to the outlaw farmers? Nothing. I've done nothing to you. Leave me alone. Blood Raiders just like fighting, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, you never know where you're gonna find some story though, where you're gonna find some lore. Like when I looked at the Reavers and I did my origin of the Reavers video, the connection started from something as simple as the types of insults and the types of language that the Reavers were using to describe their enemies and to describe people, and it kind of evolved from there. But you'd always be surprised where you're gonna find lore from. Um, always be surprised. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna have my dudes wear the ninja rags. My enforcers wear the ninja rags, but I think it makes a hell of a lot more sense to have them wear this shit. Have them wear these coats. Have them wear the coats. Search the skimmer. The goal is not to search the skimmer. Yeah, it makes a hell of a lot more sense to make them wear the coats. You know, because we're in the mob. And also Burn is wearing a coat, and Burns is cooler though. It's armored, which, you know, stands to his status as the head of the enforcers. Head of the enforcers. So yeah, I think coats. Coats are the way to go. We love coats. Way to go. Trench coat Nugget Mafia. That's what it is. That's what it is. Just absolutely batter his ass. Batter his ass like a fish stick. Actually, if they don't have good pants, I'm not going to put them in that crap pants. No crap pants here. Good. Good. It's good. Other ones, yeah, we'll have him go over. So good. Just a bunch of trench coat wearing sentry bots just running over, just battering people. So funny. The imagery alone, it makes it worth it, to be honest with you. The image alone. I think we have enough here to do it for everybody, too. Stuff of Beauty. Big Nug. We got to get him, too. Perfect. And then Deadeye, what do you have on? You have the Ninja Rag still. Can't have that. We gotta get the last of them, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one out here that got down before the fighting started. Yeah, okay, there's one. Perfect. You two pop over here. Enforcers, we need Deadeye to get out here and search that body. Search that body! Good stuff. Good stuff. Skeleton repair benches are going to be quintessential here. Quintessential now. We didn't need them before, we will now. Alright, let's get in here and see if we can get some more skeleton repair benches. Die because of no booze is truly the dwarven way to die. Yeah, I mean that's the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Not enough booze, you die. Too much booze, you die. You gotta balance it out. You gotta have both. You gotta have both. Oh shit. Well, how am I supposed to say no to that? Here, we'll sell these electrical components for now because I can get more. Oh. You need the engineering research. Okay, let's do it. When are they coming back for us again? We still have a couple of days. We still got a couple of days. Okay, Don, you're headed back to the base. What are you guys doing right now? Triangle bandits and skimmers, just a combination of the two. Good. This is good. That one skimmer is putting up a hell of a fight. Oy vey. Put him down. Put him down already. I believe Cosmic should have some... No. Nope, he doesn't. Okay, what we need to do is we need to give Burn those shinier skeleton repair kits that we grabbed. So we can start repairing everybody. Casper, how you doing? How you doing? I wore a fur trench coat in high school year round. One was light, one was heavy, and one I wore when I did oil painting. So glad I graduated before the trench coat mafia thing was a thing. Yeah, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. Some people just ruin it for everybody. Rusty Short knows what's up with him. Is he just No, he's up. He's just gotta move. He's just gotta move. Alright, once the Don gets back here, we'll be able to heal up our guys without too much of an issue. Oh, there he is. Moving at the speed of fucking sound as always. Nice. Get everybody healed up. Everybody healed up nice and good. Nice and good. Hold on, I apologize. I just got something I have to read. Sorry, I had an email that came in that was of the utmost importance. I don't usually break streaming for things, but got some stuff going on that I got to take care of. Okay, so do you think the Southern Hive Queen has standing orders to be so aggressive, or is it more just like defend the borders? Okay, so they're not quite expansionist, but they are incredibly aggressive, and I think they do so for two reasons. One, I think their culture demands it because aggression is how they reproduce. They fully reproduce via aggression, and then there's also indications that they plan on expanding out. They just haven't done it yet. I think the Southern Hive Queen wants to expand out for two purposes. One, their hive they clearly have like a superiority thing going on with their hive. Like they feel as if their hive is superior, and they want to continue that belief. And in addition to that belief that their hive is superior, um they need people to be eaten by King to turn into the dude smoothie for reproduction. My assumption is that when people aren't around for them to attack and kill and all that stuff, they're basically cannibalizing their own kind to be used for reproduction, and they're maintaining their own numbers via sacrificing themselves to King to be turned into the dude smoothie and then reborn again. But if they want to expand their numbers and whatnot, they need to move out. Because King is such a quintessential part of their culture. I have no doubt that they plan on expanding out eventually, and some of the world state changes indicate that as well. That they plan on moving out eventually as well. What is up with the Western Hive settlement that is all the way on the East Coast? Are you talking about like the actual hive, like this one, like over here? Is it one of these? One of these islands? I always get them confused on which one it is. I think it's this one. Maybe I don't know. It's one of these ones. Are you talking about that one, like where the actual hive is? Um, Because if that's the case, then I might. I mean, I think the hive just instinctually base up in an area. Oh, there's one all the way to the other side of the desert. Oh, well, that's. Oh, the Western Hive on the East Coast. For some reason, when you said Western Hive, I was like, oh, West side of the map. No, East Coast over here. Genuinely, I don't know. Because this village is so far off, the queen's pheromones should not be able to reach over here. I don't have a full grasp as to what is up with that. I don't know. Um, and that's one of those things where it's like, like how far reaching are these pheromones? How far reaching does this go? Do the princes act as like conduits for the pheromones? It makes you question a lot of what we think we know about the hivers, which honestly I think to me actually increases the likelihood of my dead queen pheromone theory for the Fogmen. That no matter where she dies, her offspring are connected to her pheromones. So no matter if she dies in the hive or if she dies outside of the hive somewhere else, her pheromones are wide reaching, and that's what causes the decay of the Fogmen, not the absence of a queen, the absence of pheromones. It's the pheromones of a dead queen, and then the princes act like cell phone towers. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good analogy for it. Because that one Hiver village over there really like tests the understanding of how that works as we know it. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I have the set to right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Maybe the Dead Hive Queen's body died, but the machine inside her is still pumping out the pheromones and stuff. Yeah, so I actually have a short coming out tomorrow that talks about that a little bit, and how I think that the fog in the Fog Islands is the physical manifestation of a dead queen pumping out pheromones that still control the hivers, but it controls them to mindlessly reproduce using the incubator rather than sentiently acknowledge when we need new hivers, when we don't need new hivers, what we need them for. And the reason why I think that is that there are so many. Firstly, there's an endless supply of fogmen; they have to be reproducing. Secondly, in addition to that, there's enough there's enough hivers that are running around that are not connected to the queen. That the idea that like, oh, if they don't have the queen's pheromone, they go crazy, and they turn into fogmen. Like that doesn't make nearly as much sense because there's so many like hivers that are running around in the world that are not connected to the pheromones. You think you'd see more fogmen potentially popping up in other places, and you don't. You only see them when a queen dies. And so what I think happens is that when the queen dies, her pheromones switch. They don't detach from the queen. Instead, the hivers that are still connected to that queen, the pheromones change. And that's how you end up with the Fogman, because you get the pheromones of a dead queen. That's why it's called the Dead Hive. My question to the Fogman is how they're an endless horde. Okay, well I just said that. Basically, the queen is not necessarily doing the reproduction per se. The queen is the stable genetic template that is connected to the incubator. The hivers were made to be easily replicable by using organic material as the base, because not the law of thermodynamics. What is it? There's another one. The law of conservation of matter. You can't create new matter. You can't create new mass. The law of conservation of mass. You can't create new mass and matter from nothing. You have to everything has to be the materials have to be put in to make it. So the queen ingests organic material, whether it be in the form of wheat straw, like with the Western Hive, which is why they're yellow, whether it be in the form of a dude smoothie, ground up people, like it is with the Southern Hive, which is why they're pink, or it be from the chewed up, desiccated remains of people that are eaten alive by the fog princes. And then that stuff is fed into the incubator, and the incubator uses the genetic template, which is the queen, to create new hivers. And the genetic template stabilizes them, right? And it uses that material as the material to start the incubation process for new hivers. Essentially, the queen can asexually reproduce, but she needs a supply of organic material to fuel that reproduction. When the queen dies, the incubator still works. It can still fuel the reproduction. The problem is that there's no queen to create a stable genetic template anymore, so they come out as these genetically damaged monsters that are under the control of the pheromones being released from a dead queen that are compelling them to go out and find organic materials to ingest and bring back and put in. And basically, it's just like they start working on instinct. They start working on instinct. When you see what an incubator, what happens if an incubator is fed with hash? You end up with some of the chillest hivers you've ever met. They just lay around all day and ask where the Fungians are, and play a little guitar. They just hang out. They're the chillest hivers you've ever seen. They're green hivers. They're like a nice dank green. Be cool if you could find your body and give the incubator to one of the two queens and they expand across the Kenshi world state. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think the only reason that we can't find where the dead hive is coming from is a engine limitation. Because at no point in the game do you see a situation where you interact with an object and it causes a world state change. It's always directly tied to an NPC and stuff like that. And the incubator would be a standalone object. It wouldn't be a living hive, a living creature. So, that's why I think we don't see where the source of the Fogmen are coming from, because it's an engine limitation, or it's a deliberate choice not to code that in. Okay, I'm sold. Kenshi 2 needs Rasta hivers. The dank hive. The dank hive. I'm all for it. The dank hive needs to happen. Honestly, you know what? Honestly, maybe I'll do a dank hive playthrough. Maybe I'll do a dank hive playthrough one of these times. We are the dank hive. It's funny. Goddamn. You guys are hilarious. All right. Tech level 5. We have the ancient science books, and we should be able to upgrade our research bench after that. But do we need to upgrade our? Well, let's see what we've got in terms of farming and stuff. Do we have what do we have? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Food. Yeah. Tech level 5, get that done. That research burn. Pretty sure this is what you do. Yeah. And then we're gonna have Shrike over here, and we're gonna have you come over and operate that. We'll get the research done. How long is this gonna take? Quite some time. Mostly because we're operating on low power. It's gonna take 17 hours right now. Jesus. Modded in the dank hive. Rise of the dank hive. We just make hash, sit around, play a little bit of loot, play a little bit of loot. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Athletics penalty times 2 hunger. Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. You get an athletics penalty, but you get the times 2 hunger, and you also, what is it? There's a decreased chance of you, like a fight starting with anybody other than law enforcement. Like the chance of fighting just goes down. Like people, you draw less hostility. It's like being on passive. You draw less hostility. That's so fucking funny. That's so funny. That'll be good. All right. So how are we looking right now? Are we what are we doing? What are we doing? We gotta get this part done. 2-time needs a leg. Bug Jones is just hanging out. Yeah, the 2-time is he's had better days. He's had better days. He's seen better days. Good. Tech level 5. We're working on that. All right. So now that we have the tech level 5 is being researched, we should be able to see some of the other things that we're doing. Core racked. We'll have to grab that as well. Defense. The bunkers. I think we're gonna have to upgrade our fucking workbench again, which is gonna be annoying. I don't want to do that right now, but I may not have a choice. What's it gonna cost to upgrade this thing? I won't know until after we do the research for it. I don't want to do that right now. I may not have a choice, though. I may not have a choice. Damn. Make sure you've got the power first. Each new level draws more energy. Yeah, we're currently running low on power. I'm gonna have to make more. The whole thing. The whole thing. We've got 1, 2. Yeah, we've got 2 so far. I'm gonna have to make more. Need more power. No one man should have all this power. Which faction in Kenshi is the most depraved, in my opinion? I mean, the Skin Bandits, probably, to be honest with you. Although, granted, they're operating under idiocy. I think, physically speaking, like, looking at them, they're easily the most depraved, disturbing faction on Kenshi. In terms of ones that are actively aware of how fucked up they are, that's a tough one, because I feel like the worst factions in Kenshi don't realize how fucked up they are. Maybe probably the Reavers. I think the Reavers are really bad. I think the Reavers are really, really bad. They essentially torture and induce Stockholm Syndrome and convince people that they like being slaves and, go from there. Okay, yeah, cannibals are pretty bad. The cannibals are pretty bad, but I feel like to them it's a cultural thing. I think they're depraved. They're definitely fucking gross. The cannibals and the skin bandits are probably the grossest, but I don't think they have a concept of right and wrong or morality or like being morally incorrect or anything like that. Whereas the Reavers, I feel like the Reavers are really bad. The Reavers are really bad. Yeah, I think the cannibals like know what. Obviously, they're eating people. They know what they're doing, but to them, like that's just like their way of life, And that doesn't make it better by any means. It's still fucking deplorable behavior, but still disgusting, deplorable behavior. But at the very least, they don't seem to be engaging in that activity for any nefarious purposes. They're doing it out of a sense of out of like a cultural sense. So I guess that makes it not better, but something. The cannibals are so much more scary after you read the notes and find the Grand Cannibal Wizard's chest. Yeah, I mean they're really fucked up. They're really fucked up. I do have a lore for the Reaver video. I do. Based on my evidence, the leader of the Reavers, I'll give you a synopsis of it, but I still would recommend checking out the video. But the lore of the leader of the Reavers is a semi-disgraced Shek warrior who left after Shagger died, and then he was smart. He had a level of intelligence that set him aside from some of the other Shek warriors, but resulted in him becoming physically tougher while being physically weaker. If that makes sense, like he's not as strong, but he's physically tougher. Anyway. Basically, it was a Shek warrior that after Shagger was dethroned by Asada, he, along with many other Shek, left the Shek kingdom to find work as mercenaries or to find honorable death in battle elsewhere. He ended up killing a noble hunter, and the slaves that the noble hunter was dragging behind him ended up joining him. And as a result of that, he realized that he could basically created a bastardized version of Shek ideology mixed with slavery and Stockholm syndrome. So basically, he throws you in a cage and he pounds your head full of Shek ideology, like that the nobles are fat cowards, that your enemies are weak dogs, and all that stuff. Like all of the same rhetoric that's used by the Shek kingdom, and he uses that to basically in that with a mix of food, depriving food, torture, rewards for good behavior and stuff to induce Stockholm syndrome into slaves and force them to, they end up becoming loyal servants of his, and then they repeat the cycle, and he's building an army essentially as a result of it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But he starves people, he tortures them, he throws them in cages, and he basically he induces Stockholm syndrome until they become loyal followers of his. The whole thing. The whole thing. And then they themselves have to perpetuate the same cycle on the people beneath them. The whole thing. It's the whole thing. All right, we're gonna put some of you guys to work now that you guys aren't doing anything. 3 fingers, you're gonna get over here and mine this copper. That's what you're gonna do. Mine this copper. Mine it. God damn it. Sounds like my average playthrough. I mean, it's basically what we're doing right now. Basically what we do on most of my playthroughs too, but you know. Are we able to get up here? Is that a thing we can do? Yeah, we can get up here. Okay, so why are you not getting up here? Five copper. Yeah, he's a Shek that just happened to be a little smarter than most Shek. He's just a bit smarter than most Shek, and he uses it to his advantage. He uses it to his advantage. I go through the whole story in my my origins of the Reavers video. I show all the evidence on screen and I talk about it in depth and kind of explain it all. It's a lot of things. Like his rhetoric indicates that he was a part of the Shek Kingdom. The types of insults that he uses, the rhetoric he uses, the weapon that he uses tells us that he fought a noble hunter. He's using a Maitao longsword, which is a weapon that is, longswords are prominently used by slave masters and noble hunters. When you kill noble hunters, there's a chance that the slaves may join your party. They may thank you for freeing them and join the party. And when you take into account that he's a physically strong Shek with a high level of intelligence, durability, all of that stuff. He has the weapon of a noble hunter, and he's using slaves to gather, people. He's manipulating them into being grateful for freeing them and teaching them and all that stuff. It kind of shows the story. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. Disney likes to show how Mandalorians adopt orphans and deliberately omits that they turn the kids into orphans in the first place. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, it's Disney. What are you gonna do? It's Disney. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna get more copper. We can build more wind generators. This should help us a bit, at least on average. All right, how much is this? Oh, we still gotta wait for the rack research to finish. We're gonna start researching about a little bit. Okay. Now that we have that, we should be able to at least see, I think. Large defensive walls. We need 3 engineering research to upgrade our walls again. Sweet buttery Jesus. Sweet buttery Jesus. But we can do hydroponics. We can start hydroponics now, which we need hydroponic wheat straw and hydroponics. We need to research hydroponics first. Hydroponics is, we need an AI core. Fuck us. That's going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get right now. There's got to be a way that we can do that early on. There's got to be a place that we can get one early on. That's fine. In the interim, we can grab some other stuff. We can get hashish production. And we can start growing hashish at the very least. I don't plan on letting the United Cities into our base at all. I was going to grow hashish in here in hydroponics eventually, but, we're going to need the hashish anyway, so. All right. Honestly, the only advantage of a larger wall is that your turrets get a bit higher, but towers make that move. It also increases the durability of your gate, which is the main reason that I want it. It increases the durability of the gate. It's the main reason that I want it is for that. Just for that. Plus, it looks cool. The later walls that you get, where they have the arched covers and stuff, and they go all around, they look badass. It looks really, really cool. They look fancy as hell. No, there's that. There is that aspect to it. You can't forget about how fucking fancy some of that stuff looks, Can't forget about how fucking fancy it looks. What we doing on that mine over here? We got 5 yet? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What we needed. Over here. Got 5 copper. We'll finish building this monstrosity. In there. Boom. That thing built. We're gonna save this too, just because. Never know when the hideous crash monster is going to rear its ugly head. And more power. Boom, 150. So now we're moving at a decent speed. There's like 1 to 3 AI cores on the top of the northern cliff north of the robot city. Yeah, it's up here, isn't it? Like up this way. Maybe we'll send the Don over there. We'll send the Don and maybe Burn. Don and Burn. He's not really doing anything right now. Now that the research is almost done, we'll get the research done and then we'll send him and Burn over there. Get the two of them over there. We'll leave Kenshi here to help protect the base. Although generally I think we're fine, but just in case. So we're gonna do a Tech Hunter squad right now. No, we gotta find a better name. What's a mob style name for Tech Hunters? It's not Tech Hunters. It's got to be something else. What are we gonna call them? Can't be looters. That's too basic. Shit. The Rob Squad. What's the word? Takers or earners? Takers or earners? I like takers. We'll go takers. Acquirers. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna do acquisitions. Acquisitions. The acquisition squad. We're gonna put Tony down there. We're gonna put Burn down there. And what's Smiley's stats right now? What are his stats right now? No, he's not really working it. All right, so the two of you are going to go out, and you guys are going to go out and start grabbing some stuff. We're going to send two out this time. Something we failed to do last time. We're moving a bit slower because Burn isn't quite as fast. We're moving at 21 miles an hour instead of 40, so we're going to have to take that into account. Eventually, I'm going to replace Burn's limbs with some proper cybernetic arms, proper cybernetics. Replace his legs with some scout limbs and his arms with some industrial lifting arms to up his damage. But the two of them should be able to make some stuff happen. Acquisitionists, non-consensual hostile taker, asset forfeitures. Oh, you know what we're gonna call them? Hold on, I've got it. You know what we're gonna do? They're the repo men. They're the repo men. That's what they do. They're the repo men. It all makes sense. It all works. It just works. They're repossessing. It just works. Eventually, they're gonna be robbing banks and shit too, but that's farther down the line. Farther down the line. Turn my doff back on. Makes the game look prettier. It's sweet, succulent doff. We're about to... What is that? Okay, well. Or that. Ain't worried about it. The Genetic Opera. Really good movie. Really good movie if you can watch it. I know a lot of people that really struggle to watch it, though. I know a lot of people that really struggle to watch it. Really good movie, though. If I recall, the girl from Spy Kids, I think that was like one of her first movies she did after Spy Kids was over, which was a wild fucking leap. Wild fucking leap. But such a good movie if you can watch it. That's how you end up with Catlon. Yeah, crazy people. Crazy. We're going to do our usual stop over by Ironhold. We're going to try and see if I can turn in Barker's head yet. Been forever since I've seen that movie. Same guy from Saw. Sarah Brightman in it too. Yeah, it's got a lot of good folks in it. A lot of good actors in it. The music's really good too. You know, it's good. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. I saw a long time ago. This is super. I mean, it's on topic, but it's super random just because of what we're talking about, though. A long time ago, I saw. Oh yes, I can talk to him. Hell yeah! Go, 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 go. Oh, I already did that. God damn it! Ugh, whatever. Fine. Fuck you. I don't want to join your faction anyway. Excuse me. Fine. Alright. Let's head over there. It was good in my honest opinion. I watched it initially because it had Ogre from Skinny Puppy. Yeah, it was the first time I watched it, I definitely didn't expect it to be quite as intense as it is. It's definitely a movie where like you gotta be patient. You gotta be careful. But it's a really good movie. If you're into if you're okay with a lot of gore and a lot of stuff like that, then it's a really good movie. The writing is really good. The music's really good. It's a really good movie, but it's definitely one of the gorier movies, one of the more graphic movies. That's for sure. That is for sure. Missed my kidney payment. Rest in peace. Rest in piss, my friend. Rest in piss. It's over for you. It's over for you. All right. Same deal as always. We're gonna put ourselves to hold. Is Port North and Kenshi meant to have ships and just aren't in because of engine limitations, or is ship travel restricted to the Second Empire? Engine limitations is why there's not boats in Kenshi 1. In lore, we don't really know what the reason or justification for it is, because like they have the ruins of boats and stuff. I think they just don't have any interest in going anywhere else. Or boat travel is a thing in Kenshi 1. It's just not shown in the game. Like, for instance, think about the way that a lot of games work with a subversion of reality, the subversion of expectations and what you're seeing compared to the lore. Populations in games, like I use Skyrim as an example a couple of times. Look at Whiterun. It's supposed to be a town with a city with hundreds or thousands of people in it, and instead it's a city with like 15, 20 people in it. And it's not because there's actually only 20 people living there. It's because there's limitations on the engine. They can only put 20, and you have to be aware that in the lore, there's actually more people that live there. And I think Kenshi functions the same way. I think boats are a thing in Kenshi 1. They're just not in the game due to engine limitations, but I don't think the practice of using boats went away. I just think that they can't do it because of the engine limitations, and so it's not implemented into this game. All right, we're gonna sneak. We're gonna sneaky sneak. Okay, so we have one of these guys, two of these guys. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Whether we'll be able to take... I mean, their stats aren't... could be a rough one. It could be a rough one. We're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. If we can aggro just one of them. Or none of them, that would be cool. Nope, we aggroed one of them. Alright, we're going to get Burn over here. Pull just the one out. My hope is that the second one doesn't join, but he is joining. That's annoying. Boats would certainly help explain how the UC keeps in touch with its southern territories. They'd have to cut through Venge and Stove's Gamble otherwise. Yeah, and can you imagine the horrifying, like, because the truth is that when they're using boats, they're gonna like leave probably from up here from Shobutai, and they're going to sail either around all the way the long way, which I find less likely, or they're going to go around down here, and they're going to go past like Cheater's Run and all that stuff, and they're going to like pour it up down here. If they did that, if that's the way that they do it, can you imagine how horrifying it must be for the ships to go past the Ashlands and to see that giant space elevator and the mound and all the tech up there from a distance? It's got to be one of the most ominous, horrifying things every time they go past it. It's probably it probably scares them shitless. It would scare me shitless. On a boat and you're riding past just that perpetually white mountain with all that tech, those megalithic structures that are so big, it's honestly like awe-inspiring and kind of unnerving. Like the first time I went to the Ashlands in Kenshi, the first time I ever brought a character there, I was really uncomfortable looking around. Everything, the scale of everything just like makes you feel weird the first time you go there. The scale of it all just makes you feel super weird. It's really unsettling. Really unsettling. And so, like, can you imagine what it must feel like to sail past the Ashlands? It's got to be fucking nuts. How fast are you moving? 18. So we can outrun him. We need to. That's fine. We can, in fact, outrun him. My hope is that I can pull aggro on one of them. But that doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's probably why the Ashlands has so many ghost stories. Yeah, I feel like that would make sense. I feel like that would make sense. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get them away from us, right? And then they're walking back super duper slow. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have Burn hang out here, and we're going to have Don, who can run hella fast, run in by himself. Especially being on a rickety boat in a scary deep water. I can't imagine if there was leviathans what could be in the ocean. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a real fucking terrifying experience to sail past the Ashlands. I don't think I'd recommend it. I don't think I'd recommend it. I don't think I would recommend it. Burn, pull aggro. Come on. Burn, pull fucking aggro. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. He's in here. We've only got a minute. We've only got a minute, but Don Tony McChicken can move fast as fire. Nothing in there. Can't pick the safe. Armor storage. Ooh, Masterwork Samurai helmet. We're going to take that. Can sell that for a pretty penny. Anything I can pick here quickly? General storage chest. No, no. A lot of this stuff has probably been picked clean. Rag plates. Yeah, we can sell this stuff. Anything in here? Weapons cabinet? Shit. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Stuff we can sell. Very least, at the very least, we've got stuff we can sell. Over here, empty. How much time we got? Where they at? They are coming back. They are coming back. It's fine, because once they get back, we can always just sprint out of here at top speed. Breakneck speed. Oh, I don't need to worry about sneaking. Don can run. Don's got legs, man. He moves at 40 miles an hour. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about it. Not this time, anyway. Although, how funny would it be? Can I shut this actually? Can I wonder if they could oh, they could probably open it. They could probably just anything in here? It is unlocked. One over here. You out. Oh my god, some industrial blades, now Yutana. Alright, so we haven't gotten an AI core, but we have gotten some good shit. We have gotten some good stoof. Fine, it's all good. And then we flee. Then we flee. Who's talking? Who's talking in there? Do I want to know? Do the same thing. We lure him away. Lure him away. Yes. Come on. Come on, big guy. Oh, oh, nope, nope. Come on. Fishmen, could the lore reasons why boats aren't as popular in the current time? They could really mess with them. Scary thought. I mean, it could be something as simple as that. The fishmen do seem like a relatively new problem. Like it doesn't seem like they popped up in the lore until recently. It doesn't seem like they were like an issue on Kenshi until recently. So I mean, it could be something like that. Who knows? Who knows? Not I, says the fool. I am the fool. The aggro on these things is very weird. Very, very weird. You can get in here. Oh, shit. The other one's in here again. Come on, you two. Yeah, follow the birdie. Come on. Follow the pretty pony. Pretty pony's going to take you to the castle. If anybody knows what that reference is, you're a goat. A goat. A true goat. goat. And then Don, you're going to come back over here. And then Burn, my man. Burn. Burn's going to lure him away. We run back in and do more business. Perfect. Now we can loot you. Gotta lockpick you. Yeah, damn it. Rat Saber. Well, so on the upside, we're gonna make some money from this trip. That much is sure. That much is certain. We are gonna make some money from this trip. Now, the real question is, are we gonna be able to do anything with that money? That is a different conversation. A different conversation. Like how we're just doing laps. That's all this is. We're just doing laps. Just a ton of laps. Pick that. I might be able to pick you. I can pick you. Oh shit. Oh shit. Don got bopped. They bopped him. They bopped him good. It's a damn shame that my stealth is such shit. Something I gotta work on with him, for sure. I can lure him over here, maybe? Come on. Is there a limit to how far they'll go? Oh, god damn it, there's another one over here, too. I want to deal with you guys. Is there a limit to how far they'll go? Like, how far away they'll go? Come on. Come in. Come in. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. We should have enough time to pick this now. Spiked Club, where's 3,000? Not bad. Do you think the fishmen are also experiments, or could they be Kenshi natives? I think there's a chance that they're native. I've talked about that a few times. I've gone on record a few times and said that I think there's a chance they could be native. I think they could also be experimentation because there's evidence to both. And so it's really hard to make a definitive answer one way or the other on whether or not they're native or whether or not they're, there's some kind of experimentation because there's evidence to support the idea of both. On the side of them being native, they're a relatively new issue. You don't see or hear about fishmen being a problem at any point in Kenshi until recent years. And they look very unique. They're humanoid, but they look very, very unique, and they have a hierarchy, and they seem to have some kind of culture, even if it's primitive, right? On the other hand, they can be found inside of a lab that looks like it could have easily been used for some kind of engineering or tampering and all that stuff. The fact that they look very humanoid, and they kind of look like mutated humans, and their shapes, like their overall appearance is just very like mishmash and looks like something that was kind of thrown together. So there's a case to be made on both. And I think that it's kind of hard to say definitively. I think that they have a chance of being native, though. I wouldn't say that they don't have any chance of being native, but I think it's a small chance. Need to get a better lock-picking skill for that shit, or at least a hacksaw. Gotta work on my lock-picking. Don Tony McChicken needs to be a master at picking locks for whenever he has to break himself out of prison. Ooh, boy. All right, cool. We're moving. Don, get over here. We're moving a little slow, but that's fine. We've got a good haul. We're gonna go to the Black Desert City now. Sell off our haul. We've got a good haul. Just run. Just run. I'm curious about Griffin and his premonition or whatever. Could it be that he's the real Phoenix, or he's just hinting John Kenshi might be? Doesn't he say something about leading him to answers? So what is it? He has doubts about the Okranite religion because he says that basically like it's a tainted version, and that, like the truth behind everything isn't being quite upheld. I think it's more likely because there's no evidence of, oh shit, are those more airbots that are hanging? Like, oh my god, there's still more airbots here. I have more. Yeah, I don't think it was the correct spot either. I think I need to be going to the one that's like over here or something like that. But either way, I'm gonna head to Black Desert and sell some of this loot that I found. It's funny. I have more airbots. We may be getting more enforcers. Just decking the whole place out in enforcers. Anyway, I think that there's no evidence of paranormal activity happening in Kenshi. Every like case of like the paranormal happening on Kenshi is always explainable by either science or is explainable by um what is it? Either science or misunderstanding of what's going on, right? Like there's no evidence of paranormal activity whatsoever. And I think instead he just has questions about perfectly legitimate questions about the state of the Holy Nation as it is, especially in recent years, because the Holy Nation has only become, so as oppressive as they are in recent years. That's a relatively new thing. They've always been kind of oppressive and kind of, aggressive against their own people, but not anywhere near to the way they are now. They used to be much simpler. And there's also like the churches will often have the holy books on hand, like the holy books on hand that tell the truth about the or tell the original story, like the redacted copies, the old books about Kytrin and stuff like that, that the Holy Church doesn't show the people anymore. And I think he just is distrustful of the recent Phoenix and his actions, and I think that manifested in some doubts, and he may have even learned some things, that made him doubt. I think he just has doubts. I think he just has doubts, really, is what it is, and he has questions about the fall of the empires, and about the origins of the Holy Nation. And I have a hard time believing the idea that it's anything supernatural, because supernatural activity is really not something present on Kenshi. Every instance of is this supernatural, every instance of they might be a wizard, Harry, is always almost immediately changed to be no, it's just people being not understanding what's going on. It's people misunderstanding the truth of the world around them. I always thought the Phoenix thing was more of a more in line of the Bugmaster. Like he might have been genetically altered using technology now seen as magic. Yeah, and that's kind of the way that like all like instances of magic on Kenshi are. It's always oh, it's magic, and it's like, well, no, it's really not. It's actually just technology misunderstood. It's just misunderstood tech, you know. As for the Phoenix, I made a short recently where I talked about it, but I'm pretty sure that the case of the Phoenix, the original Phoenix was a skeleton, and the reincarnation into a new being is actually a misunderstanding or a deliberate change to remove the skeleton aspects into reincarnation. It's the skeleton resets that have been changed to reincarnation to remove the skeleton aspects, in the same way that they removed the skeleton aspects from Stobe by turning him into by turning skeletons into Kytrin. Okrin is the good one. All Second Empire and skeletons as a whole are the bad ones. And then the children of Narco being the bad skeletons, would be the Enforcers, because they were made by the Enforcers. It's all that stuff. So. Okay, so now we have that. We have that. That is done. So let's head back up there and see if we can find some more loot. More loot, please. Let's move at the same speed. Yeah, thank you, Cosmic. Cosmic's actually the one that originally created that little pondering in my head. It was a passing comment that he had made during one of my dwarf live streams, where he was like, "What if the first what if the first Phoenix was a skeleton, or the Phoenix was a skeleton?" And I was like, "Oh shit, you know what? Actually, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. Making too much sense over here." Weren't the Shek engineered as enforcers? It might be a reference to that instead. The Shek were created by, they were engineered by the skeletons as enforcers. Which is why they're called the children of Narco, because Narco is representative of all of the bad skeletons, that kind of stuff. The bad skeletons are Narco. Yeah, and the Shek, then the Shek would be the children of Narco. Yeah, that's why it's there. I also think that in addition to that, there's my theory about the experiments that were done on the Shek being done on the women of the cult of Stobe without their knowledge, because the enforcers were designed to infiltrate the cult of Stobe, and specifically the reason they wanted them to infiltrate the cult. It's not like they were like breeding people and I mean, it's not like they were like taking people and like mind controlling them and being like, you're an agent of the government now. Instead, they were just altering the genes of the children being born into the cult to be more aggressive, more violent, and all that stuff. So that way the kids would grow up to be aggressive, to be violent, to be more antagonistic against the skeletons, and become more radicalized. It would give Catalan and his, the Second Empire and the police more excuse to crack down on the cult, because instead of being like, oh, we're cracking down on a peaceful religion, it's, oh, we're cracking down on religious dissidents. We're just cracking down on people that are threatening the safety of our empire. That's all it is. We're not religiously oppressing people. And so in a way, the women of the cult were inadvertently giving into their Narconian temptations, according to the modern day scripture of the Holy Nation, and they were giving birth to abominations in the form of the Shek. But we know that not to be true. We know that they would just be giving birth to normal kids that had their genes altered so they'd be more violent. And then over 1,000+ years, those alterations to the gene would cause the divergence of their species, or of their species. So they have the same genus as humans, but they have a different species. Or they may not even have the same genus anymore, but it caused that divergence. Crazy stuff. Okay, so is this the one we just did? No, this is a different one, right? No, this is the one we literally just did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now that we have the camera panned the right way, I can see it. Got these little drones flying around here. Pretty sure these were repair bots. They look like they're equipped with like blowtorches and stuff. I think they were just like meant to like run the machines. I think these guys ran the machines. All right, we just need to find that their armory that we were talking about, or a lab of some kind. Keep going. Are we being attacked by? It was a spider. Yeah, it was probably a spider. All right. Iron Valley. Keep perusing around here for a minute. See if we can find another lab or outpost. There's an outpost. What's up here? Right there. Hopefully we don't run into anything too nefarious, but I think the two of us could probably take it. We could probably take it. If it's just like one guy, we can take it. The problem is when we run up here, it's not one guy. It's 10 guys. It's way worse. Beat down the door. Get ready to fucking haul ass as soon as that door opens, on the off chance that 50 spiders pour out, because Lo-Fi likes to do mean things like that, where you'll beat down a door and be like, oh, there's nothing inside, or there's gonna be like good stuff inside, loot and stuff, and then it's actually just like no good loot and 15 fucking skeleton spiders, or a bunch of blood spiders, a bunch of cannibals. They like to pull jokes like that. They think they're funny. Like that. They're kind of funny, but it's still a dick move. Speaking of, I recently found the thread where that guy was saying skeletons impregnating women was some fetish of yours and was offended by your theory. Yeah, the dude really hates me. He really hates me. I have no idea what he's on about. I've never even really tried to argue with him because there's no point. But yeah, there's a guy that hates my guts and thinks that I'm like a weird skeleton fetishist. I have no idea what his deal is. Apparently my theory about the women of the cult offends him. I have no idea. I don't get it. Called me a Holy Nation sympathizer. That one also really kills me because, like, anybody that's listened to me talk for any period of time knows that I am incredibly critical of the Holy Nation in their current state. But I think the only reason they think I'm a Holy Nation sympathizer is simply because I said the Holy Nation is probably the most likely to succeed on Kenshi in its current state, because they're not the safest for everyone, but for its people, they're currently the safest. Their borders are safest. They have the most amount of food. Like, they're currently the safest. It's not like I'm not saying I like them. I'm just saying they're currently the safest. But like, yeah, I've been called a Holy Nation sympathizer a few times too. That's always a fun one. Never understood it. Never understood it. But you know, teach their own. People like to make assumptions about you based on like the small, like little things. I mean, yeah, comparatively to the rest of Kenshi, they're literally living in an oasis. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I'm not saying I agree with them, but like we can agree with them, and I mean, we can not agree with them and also acknowledge the things they're doing right. Like the two are not are not like mutually connected at all. They can be exclusive from one another. Two things can be true at the same time. You know, it's like here's a good example, and this is something that I think a lot of people don't take into account, like with this kind of stuff. Look at Michael Jackson, right? I think this is always this is an example that I like to go to. Look at Michael Jackson. Okay, a lot of people think that Michael Jackson was an absolute monster, and they're probably correct. Let's be real, they're probably correct. But even if that's true, he is also the king of pop. He also revolutionized the music industry and the genre. Those two things can be true at the same time, right? I can say he made good music and also he was a monster person at the same time. Those two things can be independently true, right? And in the same sense, I think the Holy Nation, well, they are abhorrent monsters. They're not good people. They are arguably one of the better, safer nations on Kenshi for their people. Not for everybody. God knows not for everybody, but for their people. You know? So I don't know. Some people, like, take one thing and run with it. They just run it out of context. I don't bother arguing with it or anything. I mean, it is what it is, you know? The larger you get, the more people are gonna make assumptions about you and say things about you. None of that stuff really bothers me. And the vast majority of the Kenshi community doesn't think that shit because it's fucking lunacy. And why would they? But you know, what are you gonna do? Some people just don't use their brains. They don't use their brains. Is what it is. It's important to separate the art from the artist. A lot of really talented artists are insufferable people. Exactly, and that's kind of the same principle that I take when I'm looking at stuff like this. Like you have to be objective, right? Like I can sit in here and shit on the Holy Nation all day, and many of my critiques and criticisms of them would be correct, like, you know, across the board. But that doesn't mean that they've never done anything good. That doesn't mean nothing they've ever done has been correct. They're clearly doing at least something in some capacity correct. Because their nation is prosperous. You know, their nation is prosperous. Why can I not fucking talk? Their nation is prosperous. That's the word. There we go. The Holy Nation, like most nations engaged in slavery, is prone to revolts. We see much with the Holy Nation. We see as much with the Holy Nation outlaws. It could be their Achilles heel. The Holy Nation outlaws are not revolting. They're not a revolt. The Holy Nation outlaws are still actively practicing Okrinism, just like the Flotsam Ninja. The only reason that they're outlaws is because they were people, like, they still believe in Okra and they don't believe in the Phoenix. Almost every one of the Holy Nation's issues currently, the Flotsam Ninja, the Holy Nation outlaws, all of that stuff are all the byproduct of the current Phoenix and his incredibly oppressive regime. None of that stuff was really an issue for them beforehand. Were they still oppressive? Yes. Was their religious doctrine still really kind of intense against like women and stuff like that? Yes, but it was not nearly as bad. Even the oppression against women wasn't as bad as it is now before the current Phoenix. The issue with the Holy Nation is, yes, their religion has evolved to a point where they are technologically illiterate for the most part. They are anti-skeleton, anti-human, but the thing that's causing their rebellions and their revolts right now, it all comes down to the current Phoenix. You can even find a document in his bedchamber where he recently increased the oppression of the women of the Holy Nation. Like it's all recent stuff. But the Holy Nation outlaws are not. They're escaped slaves. They're escaped, religious people that were persecuted due to the increase in religious extremism. But like they're not a revolt. They're not rebelling against the Holy Nation. They're fleeing the Holy Nation. The Flotsam Ninjas are rebelling against the Holy Nation, but they're not even rebelling against the Holy Nation. They're rebelling against the Phoenix. Again, they love their country. They hate their leader. And the Holy Nation Outlaws are kind of in the same boat. They love their country, hate their leader, and by extension, the current clergy are the biggest issues. It still gives them a weakness that could be their undoing. I mean, that's fair. Like they are going to start hemorrhaging people, but they're also, religious fervor, even aggressive religious fervor, still leads to successful nations. Well, successful. I mean, the example I'm about to use is not quite as successful, but still leads to long-lasting nations. Look at many, and this is not. I'm not trying to get into a debate with anybody on this. I'm just hear me out. Look at a lot of like Middle Eastern countries and stuff where they have Sharia law and stuff like that. Like they can be incredibly oppressive to their own people, and there are a lot of people that flee those countries as a result of that oppression. A lot of people that leave due to the way that the countries function, and yet they've been around for a very long time. They're some of the oldest nations that are around in Europe and whatnot. Like it's still even heavily repressed areas due to religious oppression can still exist for long periods of time, because as long as you're indoctrinating, as long as your religion allows the indoctrination of your people, of enough people that your infrastructure is maintained, that you have people that are willing to die for their country, that are willing to kill for your country, you'll be fine. You'll keep going. And granted, it does lead to a lot of potential wars in the future, but Kenshi is experiencing kind of a mix of that right now. But my point being is that it could be their undoing, but it could also just be a thing that happens. Who knows? Who knows? Europe was oppressed with a religion too up until recently. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. I mean most places have been oppressed with a religion, but efficacy has no connection to morality. Exactly, and that's kind of the thing, because when the thing is like morality and ethics a lot of times are taught on a subjective basis, in the sense that like the people that are living in the Holy Nation do not believe they are ethically immoral. Even a lot of the women that are living in the Holy Nation, they don't like being oppressed, but if they've never experienced anything else, a lot of them don't see a difference. Like we hear about the stories about the women that have been oppressed, that are living in fear and all that stuff, but you also have to remember there's a lot of them, that's just how they grow up. It's Stockholm Syndrome. That's their life. This is how they think things are. They don't know anything. They don't know anything different. And it's incredibly sad. It's fucked up, but they don't know any different, right? And that's their life. That's what they think life is. And to the Holy Nation, like to the Paladins and stuff like that, it's like they're running around being like, we're evil people doing evil things. They genuinely think they're morally correct. They think they're good. They think they're good. The best method for selling oppression is under the guise of safety, and the best way to convince people to do morally apprehensible things is to convince them that it's not morally apprehensible. To pound it into their head from day one that it's okay that you do all those things, and they do. They're incredibly aggressive with their religious teachings, and that's why so many people grow up in the Holy Nation thinking that stuff is okay. Even sending people to rebirth, they don't think of it as a bad thing. They think of it as cleansing them. Rebirth is supposed to be purgatory to them. You go to rebirth and you work and work and work until you've cleansed yourself of the sins of not being a human, or the sins of being not a practitioner of Okrinism. And eventually, when you die, you'll be reborn as an Okrinite. They think they're doing them a favor. It's really fucked up, Yeah, I mean it's a whole thing. All right, we're at 113,000 cats, not caps. That's stupid. Wrong game. It's nuts stuff. But yeah, so the short version though is I don't understand fully why. I think the only people that genuinely call me like a Holy Nation apologist and like mean it are or like anything like that are people that like by and large don't watch my content, and this is gonna sound super elitist, and I don't mean it to be, I think the only people that can watch my content and genuinely think that I'm like some misogynistic Holy Nation apologist and robot fetishist are people that are legitimately fucking stupid, like fully brain dead. Um, because I talk about that stuff at length, and it's always really funny when they're like, "He's a Holy Nation apologist, but the glass, what is it? He says he's not, but the closet is glass." I'm like, why would I say I'm not? It's a fucking video game, man. If I wasn't if I liked the Holy Nation, I would say I like the Holy Nation. I don't have an issue saying I like the Brotherhood of Steel. I think they're cool. You know, I don't have an issue saying that. Why would I have an issue saying that I like a faction in a video game? Like, go fuck yourself. Stupid. Stupid. You're dumb. Use your brain. You silly goose. You dum dums. But yeah, I mean, is what it is. Is what it is. Some people just don't use their heads. Fine. Again, when you start to build a following, you're always gonna have people that want to like misunderstand or misrepresent or are not capable of using their heads. It's kind of a part of it. And I'm approaching 13,000 subs currently. You know, I get 565,000 views a month. Big shock. You know, some people are gonna hate my guts for it. It's fine. I'm a Shek fan. Doesn't mean I like randomly using racial slurs until someone shows me they can't fight. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I love the Shek. On the opposite side of it, I love the Shek. I think the Shek are a really cool faction. I think they're a really cool race. I also acknowledge wholeheartedly that the Shek kingdom is fucked. They're not going to succeed. They're not going to be around very much longer. The Shek will be fine. The Shek kingdom is fucked though. Boom, Holy Nation. I mean, what is it? AI cores. Woo lad, just what we needed. Some of those. Get us some of these. Yeah, yeah. Everything we needed right there. Right there. How many days until they come back? Oh, they're going to be coming back real fucking soon. Everything I can sell. Do I have anything I can sell? Today's internet is all about willfully interpreting everything to be the least charitable way possible, so you have something to be mad at. I mean, pretty much. Pretty much. Some people just like the idea of being mad. Some people just like the idea of being mad. They like having something to hate. They like to rally behind something to hate. Because if they have something to hate, if they have something to fight against, that makes them the hero. You know, everyone wants to be the hero of their own story. Everyone wants to feel like they're the main character. And in order to do that, you need to have an antagonist. You need to have, if you're the protagonist of the story, you need to have an antagonist. And so people are more likely to look for someone to be their antagonist. And unfortunately, in the case of those two individuals, because as far as I can tell, I get some people to give me shit, but as far as I can tell, it's just those two. There is two of them. For those two, I am their antagonist. Everyone's a hero in their own head. Exactly. Everyone wants to be a hero in their head. Everyone wants to be a hero in their own story. It's human nature to want to be the main character in your own story, and I think it's okay. Like, it's fine. Fine, but yeah, no, it's weird. Everything's weird. It's all weird. All weird. People are weird. People pull some wild stuff, unhinged stuff. They think wild things that I just don't get, but it's fine. All right, I'm going to save it because I have a feeling a crash is coming on. I have a feeling. I can feel it in my bones. In my bones. I guess my retaliation to, because I'm sure you saw, I don't really engage with it anytime any of that stuff comes up. It's come up a few times. I don't really engage with it. Especially in the Discord, in the official Discord is where it usually ends up coming up. But it's come up a few times. I don't usually engage with it. But you know, my response is that, like, yes, you hate my content. That's fine. You're allowed to hate my content. It doesn't make me mad. It's fine. But also, you know, or hundreds of thousands of at least tens of thousands of people actively enjoy it, and they think that my stuff is cool, and that's good enough for me. I'm not making it for you then. It's not for you. If you don't like my stuff, it's not for you. And that's okay. You know? I'm okay with it. I'll take criticism and feedback. I always take criticism and feedback. But if you hate me as a person because I make videos on a game, then I mean, that's kind of your fucking issue, isn't it? Kind of a you problem. Especially since a lot of them like to attribute politics to me that are not correct. It's always funny watching people try and guess my politics. They always do it. I've been called both sides of the spectrum on the same video before. I've had one person call me like a devout lefty and a devout righty on the other side. It's always really funny watching people try and like listen to my ramblings about a game and then try to discern my entire personality, my entire personal life, my my identity, my political machinations, and all that stuff. It's always really funny. Gives me a right good giggle. I'm disappointed that you're not a fetishist. It's the reason I love this channel. I know. Listen, I know. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Anytime I think about gooning to Kenshi, to Kenshi, I just can't do it. I'm not. I ain't that guy. I don't have that goon in me. I just don't. I don't have that goon in me. Being a centrist means left calls you a fascist and the right calls you a communist. Yeah, and it's funny because I am in fact a centrist. I consider myself a reasonable centrist. I care about facts. I don't care about sides. I don't care about sides. I care about facts. I want the data. I want the support for that data. I want all of it. I want everything. I want to go 3 layers deep on every problem. 3-4 layers deep on every problem. I don't like looking at things from the top, and I don't like looking at things from the bottom. Full centrist all the way. It's the right way to be. But it's always funny watching everyone try and do that. I just don't understand arguing so harshly about a video game lore, especially lore that's incredibly vague like Kenshi's, just ideas. I think one of the issues is that people think that I'm spreading misinformation because even though I say in every video that is a clear theory that it's a theory, right? Like I only have one video where I've ever been like, this is 100% fact, and that is the full known history of Kenshi video. People think that theorizing about the content and then having a lot of people latch on to that theory because it makes sense, and so people latch onto it. But if they don't agree with that theory, they think it's me spreading misinformation. When it makes me giggle because what is it? One of the critiques that I say critiques. One of the answers that I've gotten is you spread misinformation, and I've had to debunk your theories to like hundreds of people. I'm like, okay. Well, hundreds of people believed it because I showed sufficient evidence and facts, and it makes sense logically. It follows a good chain, and there's like evidence to support it. It's not a fact; it's a theory, but the theory is supported by evidence. So, like, yes, you've argued to hundreds of people about it, but so many people believe it because it makes sense. If it didn't make sense, nobody would believe it, right? There's a dude who posted on Reddit the other day that tried to connect the lore for Monster Hunter, like with Fatalis and shit, to Kenshi. And everybody went, what the fuck are you on about, right? No one's going to have to go and try and debunk that because it doesn't make any sense. If hundreds of people believe my theory, it's probably because it makes at least a little bit of sense. Makes a little bit of sense. I made a good argument, you know? But it's not the theory they agree with, and so I'm spreading misinformation, and so I'm a problem. And, it's just funny. It's funny. Misinformation on fiction. Again, it's crazy. It's wild, man. I will never understand it. It's wild stuff. Wild work, as my wife loves to say, as I love to say now, because she says it all the time, and now I say it all the time. But wild work. Truly wild. People just say some weird shit. All right, farming. We got, we need hydroponics. We have the AI cores. We need research bench to level 5. In order to upgrade it, we need electrical components and iron plates. I believe we have those electrical components, and we should have some iron plates because I've been gone for quite a while, and things should be being produced automatically. Love it. Hopefully we have enough. I guess I understand that people are passionate about the game, and that's cool, but who cares even if you're wrong? Hey, that's the thing. Is this town modded? It's not a town, it's an outpost. It's my outpost. But, yes, but no. I have the slopeless mod, but a lot of this stuff was just done using the Shift F12 to move it in place. Finally got your shader to work. Thank you, sir. Oh, you're good. I'm glad that you got it to work finally. Oh, yeah, we need a lot more electrical components. Need at least a couple more. At least a few more. I hope you're enjoying the shader, Mortal. I hope you're enjoying the shader. Excuse me. We've really bad hiccups tonight. Do I have... There's 2 more in here. Get over there. Add those in there. Alright, I need 2 more electrical components. Does anybody have any on them? I doubt it, but it'd be you guys who would have them. No, of course not. God damn it. It's always something, man. I'm always just short of something. Then we can get hydroponics. Thankfully. We're almost there. We're almost to the point of hydroponics, people. We're almost there. We just need a little bit more time. We're going to get some gold by... Oh, look, we have another recruit, too. Love that. We're going to get some gold by looting these guys. Some gold, some cats by looting these guys. Beautiful. It makes me want to pour another 1,600 hours. And you do that. You pour in those 1,600 hours. Pour them all in. How many recruits do I have? Oh, shit. We got a couple more recruits. We got a couple more, everybody. We got a couple more. I've been enjoying the shader very much. Don't know if I ever said it, but thank you, sir. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. I've had people asking me for literally years now, especially since, what is it? Since Suki got taken down. Oh, shit, dude. We got a couple more. We've got a handful more. I'm going to need more, I'm going to need more cages. I'm going to need more cages. I'm actually going to build up some more cages right now. Interior prison cage. That's what we need. So we're going to put some more cages down. Now that we have a steadier supply of iron plates, we have a couple of them built. A couple iron plates hanging around. Okay. Yeah, I think. I guess to summarize the whole conversation, though, I think that people just get attached to their theories. I think they get attached to what they consider to be their canon. And they view any objection or any idea that is outside the realm of their canon as being a direct attack on them or their intelligence. They view it as like a some kind of slight on them as a person or its ego, and they think that like someone else having an idea that's not theirs means that the person that has it must be an idiot because they came to the wrong conclusion, which is all just it's all stupid. That's a terrible way to think. A very it's the antithesis of a you know, functional, progressive way to be. But each their own, you know. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. We'll repair you. Get some of these cages built up. It's gonna be great. Gonna be a good time. And we also are going to need to get... I mean, we haven't quite gotten all the things we wanted to get done today, but we did get a fair amount of stuff. We got the 3 AI cores, which is crazy. This damn paladin I'm trying to convert is being the biggest pain in the ass. I've been trying for days. In my experience, it's funny. I said it last night. The paladins, or especially the high paladins, seem harder to recruit than the inquisitors, and that should not be the case. That should not be the case, but it does seem like that is the case. Oh shit, we have a lot here. Hell yeah. That's exciting. That is exciting. Which means we can actually probably get some of our other guys to work on other things. Get them to work on other things. How are we doing on cactus production? Are we doing in general on that? Okay. So we're making it, but it's still just moving at a fucking snail's pace. Oh, these guys are latched to burn. Burn, get in here. I'm about to take him to the skin peeler and mongrel. Yeah, we got a lot of skelly bros here that we got to recruit now. It's about to get wild. We're gonna have to get a bunch more names. Our enforcers, we're about to have a really large force of enforcers, which is going to be cool for us. Our base is going to be very well defended. I'm just going to slap so many fucking turrets. So anytime an enemy comes in, they're just getting bombarded with turrets, probably. And I'm going to use them as a workforce. I think I'm just going to use them as a workforce. The plan was originally to use primarily hivers as workforce, but I may just end up using skeletons as the workforce. Because we've got so fucking many of them. Now you've got farmers, vendors, runners, and laborers, literally. Should have done this in the beginning. It would have been a hell of a lot less mouths to feed. Would have been a hell of a lot less mouths to feed. We're going to have miners. We're going to have workers. I mean, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. And then our thugs can be actual thugs. We can actually send these guys out and have them be the sneaky sneakies that run around and start stealing stuff, running the counters, transporting things. It'll be good. Which race do you recommend for a first-time playthrough? Greenlander or a Shek. Shek will have an increased hunger, so that does make it a little bit more difficult, but I would recommend either a Greenlander or a Shek for your first playthrough. Skeletons are fun, but if you don't get access to a skeleton repair kit early on, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Pick up another one of you and just throw them in a cage. Got so many, my god. We're going to be absolutely rolling in it. Rolling in it. On the upside, because Don Tony McChicken here is not the one they're following, I can have him just start taking some of these, the weapons off of these enemies here and bringing them to Stout to sell for some extra caps. Cash. God damn it. Why do I keep saying caps? A fallout in the brain today. Making me mad. Skeletons are fun, but it takes out the learning curve of the game. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's kind of the other thing. I would recommend running with either a human or a Shek first. It doesn't even need to be a Greenlander per se. You can even run with a Scorchlander and it's fine, but take you, yeah, just all the stuff, all the ninjas. Take all the ninja clothes. Beat the shit out of this guy. Put him down. He's very much dead. I was about to say the same. Greenlander would probably be the safest. Skeletons don't eat, but repair kits are pricey. Yeah, skeletons can be a real pain early game when you don't have money. Late game, it gets a bit easier. They become like much more viable and easy. But early game, I would recommend either a human or a Shek. Shek do have the increased hunger, but they also have better combat capabilities. They heal a little bit faster. They have increased durability, natural armor, and if you want to go martial artist, they're not a bad start to run because they can they have increased durability against hurting their fists when you're punching enemies in the face. So something to consider. Something to consider. I think most people on this that are at least active in chat anyway are already members. But if anyone's interested as well, I do have a channel membership. I tout it every so often, but it does come with a whole host of perks. You get a badge in chat. You get access to our community-only Discord, where I do giveaways and we interact and we shoot the shit. And there's other YouTubers in there, like Frankie was here. You can ask him questions about how to exploit the hell out of the game and stuff like that. Pay to Strophe is in there as well. And you also get a shout out at the beginning of all of my long form content. And it only is a rousing $2.99 a month, so pretty cheap. Get a lot of good stuff for it. And I do giveaways. I recently actually did a giveaway for, what is it? I gave away 2 early access codes to Soulframe, the new game by Digital Extremes, the sister game for Warframe. They were given off to 2 of my channel members. Actually, it was Casper and Dustin that won them because they were in the Discord. So something to consider, guys. Only $3 hairs. Stop! I need to check your bag. You ain't checking shit. Get away from me. Get away from me, you goon. If you can run fast enough, they never you'll never have to have your bags checked again. Nice, 30,000 cats again, which is good because we need at least one more engineering research, and we're gonna need some of these books as well. Get down to 12, and I think we'll leave it around there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. These fucking goons. These fucking guys over here. Alright, and we are off. We're headed back to the base once again. Oh, right. No, I need electrical components. That was the whole fucking reason I even came here in the first place. I'm an idiot. Electrical components. Electrical components. Come on, use your head. Use your head. What the fuck? Ran in here and didn't even grab the one thing I came here for. I need 2 electrical components. Take the rest. Jesus Christ. I almost ran out of there without the one thing I literally went there for. It's funny. Triangle Bandit Assault's on their way. Yeah. Okay. And the Traders Guild is actively on their way as well. They should be... I'll beat them back there. I'll beat them. I like having my bag checked, though. I don't. I do not. I do not. I know. I need to get it together. I need to get it together. I'm clearly a fool. Whoa. Stop right where I am for what? What do you want? What do you want? Your deal. Dressed in anarchist garb? What are you? Your Empire domain. Men seize them for interrogation. Shit. I shouldn't have done that. I have money. 1,000 cats. Oh, bitch. Alright. I want you to bend down and lick my feet first. Okay. I'm gonna do it because the Don needs to not be on the downside of the samurai. I thought it was gonna be a better interaction than this. I think he's gonna do it because he's a smart man. Alright. No, I'm gonna get out of here. 1,000 cats and I lick his feet. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No one saw it. The Don's alone anyway. No one saw it. It was the smart move to make. He's not ready for that kind of attention yet. He's not ready for that kind of attention. Don Tony McChicken will debase himself only when he's alone and only for the sake of ensuring that his operation is long-lived. There's a new name on his list, though. Oh yeah, absolutely. That Samurai Sergeant is on the list. He's hit the list. He's on the hit list. He has hit the hit list. More prisoner cages are being made. Good, good. What we like to see. Burn. Pick up some of these guys and throw them in prisoner cages. Put them in a cage. Oh, yes. I may end up finishing the recruitment of these skeletons off camera later, just because it's going to take a little while. I saw it. I'll tell your wife. Some names, take it or leave it. Carl the Grifter, Dither Micah, THX1138, Muir Elaine the Brain, Elaine the Brain Moore, Hans Heistrom Kamat. I'm going to use all of those. I'm going to take all of those. Those are all fantastic names. Those are all fantastic names. Does this mod add limbs to random NPCs? What do you mean add limbs to random NPCs? Like add, like robotic limbs to random NPCs? Because in which case I don't think any more than usual. I don't think any more than they usually have to spawn with them. All right, hydroponics done. Hydroponic hemp, hydroponic wheat straw. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, guys, which one do we do? Shit, which one do we do? If we do the wheat straw, we can get started on making food. Yeah, if we do the wheat straw, we can get started on making food for our restaurant business. If we do the hydroponic hemp, we can get started on hashish production. Which one do we go with? Because I believe we only have enough for one of them. Yeah, we only have enough for one of them currently. We need one more ancient science book to do both. Which one do we do? Aquatic limbs. I don't remember the UC spawning with limbs in base game. I think they can on occasion, but I could be wrong. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. How did you get those skeletons to follow Burn? If you go over into the Black Desert City, let me zoom out a bit. If you go into the Black Desert City, or near the Black Desert City, there's a reprogramming workshop right here. Walk inside, and whichever character walks inside is going to become the master of all those skeletons, and they'll follow you around. Also, you need to have one of your characters as a fetishist for the memes. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know who's going to be the fetishist for the memes? Hold on. It's gonna be Clem the Paladin over here. Clem the Paladin's gonna be the fetishist. I'm sorry, Clem, if you're in chat right now, but you're gonna be the fetishist. You have to be the fetishist for that. Probably safer to start with the food source. I agree. I think you're right. We'll do wheat straw. Hemp will come next, and then we can start with all that stuff. But if we do wheat straw, we can get we can start making bread, and if we start making bread, we can start making dust switches, which we can build a surplus of. So we're gonna need that. All right, Burn, get over here and research. Cosmic, hop on research as well. Good. I'd go wheat since it's dual use. Yeah, we're gonna need it for a couple of different things. We got to get the 2-time figured out. This guy's a fucking wreck. He's a wreck. He's just crawling around everywhere, trying to find purpose in his life. I'm gonna build another turret. Yeah. Well, we need harpoons here. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Gotta get those, get these cages done first. Can't make hash, but you can make grog. Yeah, so we're gonna be making dust switches because what is it? NPCs in the shop counters are more likely to buy. They're only really gonna buy 2 things. It's gonna be food or medicine. Those are the things that they buy. So we want to load up on as much of those as possible. Taxman? Yeah, Traders Guild. Alright, we're gonna have Shrike come out and deal with them. Greetings. Yeah, Shrike, go pay them. Go pay them. Absolutely plummeted. Also, what a way to die. Face down, ass up. What a way to die. What a way to go. Terrible way to go, to be honest with you. Terrible way to go. What are your favorite player shop cities? So Stout is actually a really good one. A lot of buying and selling there. You can do some good stuff there. Henge as well. Have pretty much any of the UC cities in this triangle. Henge, Heft, Stout, any of them are really good. I'm going to be starting out in Stout because we already have the building. We already bought the building. We just have to actually like go use the building. Hydroponics, which we're going to get started with real soon. We're going to get the hydroponics and stuff set up inside this box step house. That's where that's going to happen. It's also going to be where the hashish is produced. We're going to be producing copious amounts of hashish. Or I may end up actually running the hydroponics out here. I'm not quite sure yet. In this building here. And then I'll run the hashish out of here and just have the whole hashish operation out of that. That's another option. Another option indeed. Are they coming around? Is it Triangle Bandits? It is. Okay, so we're going to close the gate now. Everybody start shooting. Picking them off. Just picking them off. Just picking them off. Kenji's gonna kill most of them, I'm sure. Yeah, Kenji just deals with most of them as they're coming. Did you lose a leg? I'll beat you up, man. No, he's good. He will soon if we don't go heal him, but fine. Alright, get out there and kick his ass. Go out there and kick their ass. Hooked on hydroponics. Yeah. Alright, we need someone to get over here and heal him. Crumblejam, do you have a health kit on you? No, you do not. Of course you don't. Ruka, do you have one on you? No, you do not. Of course you don't. You do have a fucking electrical component. Could have used that. God damn it. Probably sifted right past it. Wasn't paying attention. I need you to go deal with Burn. I think he's got some... no, you need to go deal with Don Tony McChicken, who's got some health kits. Pull those out. Alright, now Shrike, I need you to go do medic stuff. And by do medic stuff, I mean I need you to heal Tiny, because he is currently the only one that's mining iron, and I need him to continue to do that. Maybe we should find some other people to do that now, actually, since we have some freedom in our jobs. Go over here to do that. Yeah, we'll get you guys doing that. Mine iron a bit faster. Good, 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 good. All right, what zone is your favorite? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. It depends on what you're doing. One of my favorite zones in general is the Cannibal Plains. Not the inner Cannibal Plains. I don't really like that, but like this area of the Cannibal Plains is one of my favorite. I think is a really cool area. Aesthetically, I think it's a good place to build all that stuff. Fog Islands are pretty badass. I like the look of Vane. Flats Lagoon is pretty nice. I mean, there's a lot of areas that I like. I don't really know if I have a favorite. I don't really know if I have a definitive like favorite. All right, hydroponics has been researched. Next, we're doing hydroponic wheat straw. The wheat straw. In here and help out. Didn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance. Nice. The Rat Boy sounds like my kind of guy. The Rat Boy. Get in here and research. We got to make those hydroponics. Those hydroponics. And then since the next thing we need for hydroponics is the hashish, hydroponic hemp, we only need science books for that. So I'm also going to do large defensive walls so we can upgrade our walls. Upgrade our walls. We need strong walls and good borders. That's what we need. Strong walls, good borders. Skeleton repair beds. Where they at? Where are they at? Chronics. Do I already have them researched? Do I just not have the Wait, I already have them researched, possibly. Maybe. That'd be cool. Electrical I don't know, I think I need electrical crafting first. Okay, electrical crafting. New. And I'll deal with it in a minute. Get the wheat straw done. We're also gonna need to go get wheat straw in order to start the process of building these up. Are these vagrants? What do we have a vagrant problem? Since when do we have a vagrant problem? I know we have issues with ninjas, but vagrants? Vagrants seem like a relatively new issue for us. Alright, large defensive walls, then we're going to get this shit upgraded. Get our gate and all of our walls upgraded to the next tier. Make them real nice, make them look real good. Define problem. They exist in my space. That's the problem. That's the problem. I have a space and they're trying to exist within it, and that's unfucking acceptable. Unacceptable, Valkis. Unacceptable. What are you doing? Oh, operating. Okay, now she's delivering it. That's fine. Okay. So now it looks like we're actually starting to build iron plates at a decent speed. The three of you should be running it. Why does it say only... Okay, there we go. All three. I'm going to need to upgrade that at some point, too. Just not there yet. Can I do that now, actually? Industry. Stone refinery. Iron plates. Iron refinery 3. Oh, we just got to build a better one. That's all it is. That's all it is. We just got to build a better one. All right. Automated mining tech. Useful. Definitely help us out, but not the thing we're looking for right now. Wind turrets, storm walls, defensive bunkers, crafting. Oh shit, that was not what I meant to do. Apparently we were researching sleeping bags. I accidentally clicked that while I was trying to move my hand. Okay, robotics. What does that give us? Skeleton repair kits. And I'm assuming skeleton repair benches. Gas save. Gas full. Can we please move down? Yeah, robotics bench, skeleton repair benches, all that stuff. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just keep researching. We'll just keep researching. Hydroponic hemp is now successfully researched. So we're gonna send somebody in there to get this started, get everything set up, get the plants set up. I mean hydroponic wheat straw, not hemp, wheat straw. And we're gonna set it up over here. Good time. We're gonna have a good time. Food? No, farming. That's what we want. Hydroponic wheat straw. Sweet babies. Set up 4 iron plates and electrical components. So we are going to need some stuff for it, but that's fine. And then we'll just assign someone else to be a farmer, or I'll go get someone to be a farmer. To be honest, we have enough fucking skeletons that they could probably just do it themselves. They'll probably just have the skeletons do it. We have enough of them now. 4 of these, some of these, some of those. Good hydroponics. How much do they yield? That's fine. Yeah, we'll just get all of our production right here, and then we'll run some more out here as well. Nice, nice. Run you up along the wall. Yeah, that's good. Actually, I'm going to move you. And I'm going to put you along the wall here. We're just going to have a bunch of them right along the wall. No shit. Not going to let me. That's annoying. That's annoying. Fine. A little bit, just a little bit. Put a micro movements in there. That'll do. All right, so we're gonna need wheat straw, iron plates, and electrical components, so we can at least get some of that stuff taken care of. Not all of it, obviously, but it's a start. We'll get some of that stuff taken care of. We'll have some of our skeletons run it. It'll be great. We have more than enough. So. Hell yeah. Stuff to sell. Triangle bands ain't gonna be too much use, but stuff to sell. All right, well, we didn't quite get everything I wanted to get done today done, but we did make significant progress. One thing I am going to do off camera, just to save everyone the tedium of me having to do it, is I'm going to recruit the skeletons. Yeah, I'm going to recruit these skeletons from the airbots here. So once that's done, you know, we'll just add them to the roster. But I am going to do it off camera just because I don't feel like it. We're going to build a repair bed. That's there. We have the research now. We should be able to do it without an issue. We're researching robotics now. So the repair bed's coming next episode. We finally have the stuff for it. But I'm going to recruit all those guys off camera. I don't think anybody wants to watch me sit there and punch in the air codes over and over and over and over again, especially because there's so fucking many of them. We're going to have to get more coats. Yeah, more coats. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. It'll be good. It'll be good. Be real good. We've made significant headway this round, though. Significant headway. Cactus production is up. We're actually producing more cactus than we're using, which is good. And we now have hydroponic wheat straw is going to be started up real soon, too. We just got to get the money to go get the wheat straw and the electrical components, get that done. And honestly, we don't even need the electrical components anymore. We can make it ourselves with the copper from the copper mines. Because we have good sources of copper nearby right here. And we are mining it. We just have nowhere to use it right now. So we can build that ourselves. It's just the iron plates that are being a pain in the ass, which we're going to fix very, very soon with an automated one. We're going to build a new manual iron refinery to deal with that. And once we get hydroponics up and running, we can get the food stuff started. So hopefully, I think next episode we'll be able to get food fully started. We'll be able to get the restaurant started. And then after that, we can work on getting hashish production going. We just need one more ancient science book for that. But oh, man. Let me save it. Emergency save. Okay. That is all she wrote, everybody. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping in. I appreciate you guys, you know, keeping me company, having all these riveting conversations and all that stuff. Yeah, I appreciate you guys' continued support. It means a lot to me, and you know, it's furthering my dream of one day being able to do Kenshi content for you guys full time. We got some new projects in the run. You guys are gonna see it real soon. Logic, you missed the entire stream. We're about to actually end it out. Yeah. So, as always, everybody, thank you for coming. Use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life. And, yeah. I don't think I have another one. I'm actually really tired. I don't think I have a funny ending for that one. I'm really tired. So, have a good night, everybody. Bye.